All right, welcome upstairs here, and big thanks to our friend Jacob Land, head football coach at Lamar, for visiting with us for a few minutes on the Mattress Express by Woodstock Furniture Coaches Show. Of course, been a longtime sponsor of our Coaches Visit, and of course, our Burns and Burns pregame show continues. And we saw our good friend Bernie Mitchell. He's in attendance here tonight. Saw him as we were making our way up here, and he said, "Now guys, listen. Don't get nervous now, because when you get nervous, they get nervous. You got that? Bernie, we got it, okay?" But Bernie, of course, lifetime pass here. He can obviously hang out with us.
He can do and say whatever he wants.
He can do whatever he wants to do. But I tell you what, Drew, is we're up here now. Crowd starting to file in. Of course, big tailgating scene over there as well. It's always that feeling before another Lamar Simpson showdown.
No doubt about it. This is a matchup where when these two teams get together, it's always other than the matchup last year. But it's always been the team that's had the ball last has a good opportunity to win this football game. And I don't expect tonight. I really believe we're going to have a really good football game. I think in the first half, and then in the second half, hopefully our Lamar Raiders will pull away. But I tell you, this has been the game, guys, that, for both teams, after we play each other tonight, both teams are not the same.
No.
No. And what I mean by that is it seems like that both teams play so hard in this game that each team after tonight, during the game will have about 2 or 3 players injured. It seems like it's like when these two teams get together, there better be a couple ambulances on standby close by, because we're just simply we're not the same. But hopefully that is not the case tonight. Hopefully that both teams stay relatively healthy, injury-free tonight. But, Rob, a couple years ago, the last time we went down to Mendenhall, lost 4 guys, on that last couple of plays of the game. And I mean, and that changed our year going forward.
Yeah, we got a lot of special things going on here tonight for the Lamar Simpson game. We're going to have a special flyover scheduled for tonight, and I'm looking at my schedule here. I believe Molly Simmons is going to be doing the student flyover here tonight, so that's going to be a lot of fun to watch coming up here in just a few minutes. Of course, they'll have the prayer and national anthem coming up in a few moments. Looks like Mary Jordan Clodfelter is going to be saying our prayer tonight over the loudspeaker here at the stadium, and then Ann Lockridge Waller will be singing the Star Spangled Banner. So just wanted to toss their names out there real quick. And we got a big halftime tonight. Little Raider Rage is going to be performing along with Dance and Cheer. So a lot of things happening for the Lamar Simpson game here tonight. And, Drew, I got to go back to one thing I talked about earlier on our tailgate show, in case you folks missed it. Extracurricular stuff, poise and composure. We've got to be poised and composed here tonight, because, Drew, you know as well as I do,
they're going to test our buttons.
They always try to.
Yeah.
Every year we play them in any sport. I don't care if it's in that basketball gym or behind us on that baseball diamond. It just seems like those buttons are tried to be pushed every year. We just have to hold our water tonight.
Yeah, we just got, like you said, I mean, we just got, we can't retaliate because, as they say, it's not usually it's not the initiator, it's the retaliator that gets called. So, we've just got to continue to do like we've done all year long, and that's just keep our poise and composure about us and let our, pads do the talking.
Well, let's look at the starting lineups, and let's take a look. Drew, I know we've been kind of going offense first and then defense. You've been taking the offense. I've been taking the defense. Seems to be working for us on this little winning streak we got.
Let's don't break it now. Let's go.
Right.
Starting offensively for Lamar, starting at quarterback, Sully Reed. Folks, Sully Reed, ever since the prep game, has really, the last 2 weeks, is one of the hotter quarterbacks in the state of Mississippi. He comes in tonight with 50 for 90 for 923 yards, 12 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions, and a bulk of those numbers have come over the last couple of weeks. And with a very questionable secondary that Simpson brings to Gray Cobb Field tonight, I would expect that Coach Jacob Land's going to take some vertical shots down the field and test Simpson early here tonight. Starting at running back, Samuel Roberts. This is a running back that really took the place for Ashton Jones, as Rob alluded to a few minutes ago. He's going to be out for a few more weeks with a collarbone injury, and Samuel Roberts stepped in last Friday night, Robbie, and I thought he did a really good job after an early mishap running the ball. Starting at H-back, Walker Mims. This is a young man that I think is just starting to really, get in the flow of the offense, and Coach Jacob Land is getting him involved in the offense early in the last couple of games as well. At wide receiver, Jalen Troder. Really, folks, there's not much Rob and I can really say what else we can say about Jalen Troder. He's wide receiver number one for a reason. I mean, he makes electric plays after electric plays week in and week out, and I would expect him to make a few more here tonight. Jackson Whitcomb. This is a young man, wide receiver number 2 for Lamar offensively. Big 89-yard touchdown last Friday night against East Rankin, and this is a young man that I think is huge, guys, because he's taking a lot of pressure off of Jalen Trotter. As Rob alluded to, wide receiver number 3, Benson Oates. Who's going to be that number 3 guy going forward? Is it going to be Benson Oates, or is it going to be Gavin All? We're getting ready to – we got to find that out here in the next few games. On the offensive line, I mean, what can you say about this group, guys? I mean, a job well done. Henry Pruitt, Brett Calvert at center, Samuel Hines at left guard, Hayes Lancaster, and at left tackle, Nate Lee.
I tell you what, that group, I know we sound like a broken record every week, but folks, we're just being honest with you. When we came into the season, we didn't know.
No.
A revamped offensive line, and one thing it has been, it's been consistent. It's been the same sequence. Those guys are gelling together as a group, being a young group together. I know we got one veteran on that group, obviously, on the left side, but it's a group that's played a lot together so far, and they're developing a pretty good chemistry.
No question about it. Folks, our offensive line coming tonight so far this year, as Rob alluded to, there was we didn't know coming into the year. And they have been pounding folks at the line of scrimmage and wearing our opponents out for the second half.
Well, what about this Whiting defense here tonight? I'm just looking forward to them going up against this Simpson offense tonight. The 2 corners tonight is going to be Samuel Roberts and Mikael Willis, one of the best in the business out there, one of the 2 corners. Your linebacking core tonight in the middle is going to be Tyler Brown and Luke Morrow. It seems like they're 2 of the usual suspects around the ball at all times. The 2 outside linebackers will be Hamp Parala, very underrated linebacker in Hamp Parala. He's got a good motor on him. Then you got Kari Towner, of course, a good 2-way player. And then it's your 2 safeties at free safety. Getting the start tonight will be Jalen Trotter, and at strong safety will be a young man who continues to impress in Jaquan Slack. And then in the interior on the 2 defensive ends, you got Luke Brady, who's had some pretty sneaky games over the last couple of games. He's been pretty good off of that edge, along with Caleb Randall, and at the nose is going to be Nate Lee. Our special teams tonight, Logan Cross will be doing the kicking, Sully doing the punting, Whitcomb doing the long snapping, Cade Val, your holder, punt returner primarily will be Slack, and Samuel Roberts as your kick returner. As the captains are already out here, see, for the Raiders, you've got Nate Lee, Jackson Whitcomb, and Luke Morrow are your captains tonight for the Raiders.
Well, for folks, I tell you what, from a weather standpoint, you cannot have painted a better picture here tonight at Gray Cobb Field. There's not hardly a cloud in the sky. We got about an 81-degree temp going on right now. We got a nice breeze out of the north. I mean, you could not ask for a better Friday night of high school football.
Chris Thompson's going to be our head official here tonight, wearing the white hat in our crew here this evening. And I'm pretty sure this is going to be a very lengthy set of instructions out there at the Lamar logo tonight. And I know Chris has called some of these Lamar Simpson games before. He knows let's draw the line in the sand early and kind of let the guys know we're not going to put up with any of the mess tonight, if you get what I'm saying.
Well,
so as the captains continue to meet out there.
Well, like I said, it's and I agree. I think that if that's what they're talking about down there, that really wise decision, because, like I said, anytime Lamar and Simpson get together, we've always had some chippiness.
All right, as the meeting continues here at the 50-yard line, we'll see who's going to get their mitts on the football first here tonight in this much-anticipated 2025 chapter of Lamar and Simpson Academy. Doesn't matter if it's tiddlywinks or skipping rocks on a lake somewhere. It's always competitive. So, boy, they are still chatting up at the 50-yard line here. And I got to tell you what, it is a beautiful surface here. A lot of care has went into the field this week, and they played a junior high game on this field last night that Lamar beat Starkville Academy at. And tell you what, the field looks fantastic here tonight for this second straight home game. All right, here we go. All right, now we got all the discussing done out there. And it looks like Lamar has won the coin flip, and Lamar, you know it, they want the football to start out with. I don't think Jacob Land would have it any other way than that. So Lamar will be receiving the football, and they will be moving left to right on the broadcast here tonight as the captains head back to their respective huddles. Lamar's going to be running off here to our left, and, of course, Simpson always travels with that big inflatable helmet down there. And I was making some jokes as I was walking through the crowd. I said, y'all dare me to go poke a hole in that thing. I don't think I'd go that far with it, but a little joke there as they spray some of the smoke between the face mask of that helmet. And tell you what, the years when Simpson, I'm telling you, when these were some, like, pour your guts out on the field, that was a pretty intimidating sight when you go to Mendenhall and that helmet's out there and the smoke comes out. But Simpson Academy making their way out to the opposite sideline, wearing their white jerseys, red pants with red numerals, and the white headgear with that traditional S logo. They've had it for years on that Simpson Academy helmet. Here comes your Lamar School Raiders here tonight under fourth-year head coach Jacob Land, wearing my favorite uniform combination, the red jerseys tonight. The red jerseys, the white numerals, the white pants, Drew, and that blue headgear with the scripted Lamar across each side. I just love the red here.
It's a nice, smooth look. I like it.
Absolutely. So the teams are out here, and we are going to step aside for our lengthy break here before kickoff. And, folks, when we return, it's here. Lamar, Simpson Academy. The 2025 edition is up next after a 2-minute break. 2 minutes on the broadcast, and we'll return with kickoff right here on your home for Lamar Raider football, 97 OKK.
Big Guns Professional Cleaning Services, LLC. We provide service to businesses throughout the community from a wide range of industries. At Big Guns Professional Cleaning Services, LLC, we offer an easy, affordable option to keep your business's facility clean. We're a locally owned and operated commercial cleaning service, providing complete cleaning services on a weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly basis. Plus, Big Guns Professional Cleaning Services can cater services to suit your needs and budget. We pay special attention to details to keep your business looking great. Our professional team will create a healthier environment for your office with our special vacuums that have 4-level filtration to give you incredibly clean and healthy indoor air quality. Our backpack vacuums capture up to 99% of pollen, viruses, dust mite, chemical residue, and bacteria. Leaves less dust in your working environment to collect on furniture and equipment. Also, this helps reduce the risk of respiratory infections. We offer free estimates, competitive pricing, and standards that are second to none. Let Big Guns Professional Cleaning Services, LLC go to work for you. Call William McNeil or Christine McNeil at 601-938-5595. Get a fresh start to the day. Call Big Guns Professional Cleaning Services, LLC.
All right, welcome back upstairs here. Man, that was pretty sweet. We got a flyover right over the press box just a few moments ago.
Was cool.
That was pretty sweet. So, but we mentioned that during the pregame. Wow, student Molly Simmons with the flyover right there. That was pretty darn sweet. Well, Drew, it's here. Lamar Simpson. You know how I feel about this game.
Yeah.
The juices get flowing a little bit extra. Dadgummit, you want to play hard. I wish we were out there playing at some points, but Drew, I know you're going to say it. It's one of those type ball games tonight.
There's no doubt about it. It's a double chin strap game. This is Lamar and Simpson. Anytime these two teams get together, it's going to be a lot of hard hitting. It's going to be a very physical football game, and I wouldn't expect anything different here tonight.
I always give a listener's notice and a viewer's notice. The juices are going to be flowing a little extra in this one by us here this evening. I don't know. It's just something about this ball game that just kind of gets us a little pumped up. I guess we've sat through so many of these over the years. We could literally have a whole 2-hour, meeting about some of these matchups, Drew. There's been some classics over the years.
The 62-55
Good
regular
night.
season game.
The two state championships back-to-back are pretty sweet, too.
Yeah,
so.
absolutely.
All right, Lamar will be receiving the football here off to our left as Sully Reed and the offense will get the ball here momentarily. And doing the honors is going to be 42 out there. That is Lane. And, folks, here we go. The 25 edition is officially underway with a relatively short kick that Raiders are going to call for a fair catch over on the opposite end of the field by Luke Brady. So the Raiders will start, Drew, 1st and 10, just a shade inside their own 30-yard line.
Well, as Sully Reed brings his squad on the football field right now, as I said a few minutes ago, he comes into tonight's contest. His numbers, like I said, are 50 for 90, 923 yards. 12 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. But guys, I'm telling you, the last 2 weeks he has really improved in the passing game.
This first quarter being powered by our friends at All Star Team Sports, and what a weird start to this one. They're having a long time spotting the football for play, and they finally got a fresh football in there, and the line of scrimmage is going to be right on the Raider 30.
I would not be shocked right off the bat. Play action pass, take a shot down the field.
Troder in motion down here to the near side. The Raiders will keep it on the ground here with Samuel Roberts, and Roberts jukes and jives over the 35-yard line. He'll be dropped off his sticks just beyond the 37. Hey, that's a gain of nearly 7-8 yards on first down.
Well, the zone read handoff to Roberts from pretty much right off the gut, and once again, Lamar's offensive line on the very first play gets a really solid push.
We had a equipment malfunction on one of our offensive linemen. Samuel Hines had to come off the field, so we had to make a replacement up front there, Drew.
Yep.
Wow.
And you say it didn't make a difference.
Absolutely. And there's a good old hard count. And Wyatt Bond, that's for you, as Sully Reed will draw him off sides there, so a 5-yard freebie. That'll be a first down Lamar, first down Raiders, powered by our friends all night long at David Neal's Express Pharmacy.
Yeah, that pre-snap penalty right there against Simpson, and that will move the sticks and give Lamar Raider a first down. The ball spotted at the Lamar around the Lamar 43-yard line.
All right, moving left to right here on the broadcast as Sully's in the shotgun, 2 receivers to each side of the field. Samuel Roberts flanking him off to his right hip in that shotgun formation. Play action fake. Sully steps up. He's going for broke. Here's Whitcomb. And that's going to be broken up. And there's a penalty flag that comes in very late at the end of the play as well. And that marker is going to be powered by Citizens National Bank. A little push off maybe?
Yeah, but it looked like the cornerback from Simpson was just a hair early, kind of had his hands across our Whitcomb's hands himself, and didn't allow our guy to try to catch the ball. So the official Johnny on the spot makes the PI call, and Lamar will have a 1st and 10. But by the time they get done spotting the ball, it's going to be across the Simpson Academy 45-yard line. To be exact, it's going to be right at the Simpson Academy 43-yard line.
And, of course, that first down, once again, powered by David Neal's Express Pharmacy. And really, folks, from a Simpson aspect, that's a pretty good penalty because if he doesn't push off, Whitcomb's going to burn him. 1st and 10 from the point. Drew mentioned it around the 43. Here's the handoff to Roberts. Ooh, penetration up front by Simpson Academy coming there to make the stop. It looks like that was big number 66 coming in there. Eli Brewer, big defensive lineman, is going to stop Roberts for a half-yard loss.
Yeah, that big guy from Simpson, he just got into the Lamar backfield And there really wasn't a lot Roberts could do right there.
Opening drive, no score. We just got underway. 10:38 and counting here in quarter number 1 from Gray Cobb, Lamar and Simpson. Second down and just over 10 yards to go. And here's the zone replay. Sully's going to take off with it inside the 40, still on his feet, battling for more yardage inside the 30. And he fumbled the football, and I think Simpson may have recovered it. Sure did. Simpson recovered the football. Sully was battling for more yardage, Drew. The play was on the way opposite end of the field, and evidently they poked it free, and Simpson gets an early turnover. Drew, we talked about it earlier.
Yeah.
Early turnovers could be big here tonight.
And that's now like the third time this year on our Lamar opening drive of the season where we've fumbled the football. Let's see if our defense can answer the bell and hold Simpson's offense to 3 and out.
Well, folks, if you've been with us through the years, there's been a many of McKinney's at Simpson Academy, and they've got another one there in the backfield at quarterback. And they're going to keep it on just a basic quarterback draw, like a power play up to around the 30-yard line. I believe that was McKinney on the handoff right there. Could be mistaken on that. Could have been Jacob Coulson. But other than that, it's going to be a 5-yard pickup.
Yeah, they pretty overloaded the right side right there, and that's where they ran it for a nice little run of about 5 yards. Sets up a second down and 5.
That's Coulson. I believe that's how you say the young man's name, Coulson, Coulson. We'll go with that. He's the senior taking the direct snap. And, Drew, this is not what I think we expected, the old power run right here, which Simpson has been notorious for that over the years, and they're going to get a nice push with Coulson once again. And the rugby scrum is going to get him up to a physical first down beyond the 35-yard line. So right now, Simpson's kind of drawing the line in the sand here on their opening drive.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I said, this is not exactly what we were told. We were told that they were going to this year. They've been throwing the ball a lot, all over the lot actually. And in the first 2 plays offensive from Simpson, they've just pretty much had a bunch set at the line of scrimmage and just pretty much running it right at us. And they're doing it again, same thing.
Yeah, just a bunch set right at the line of scrimmage. No wide receivers. Here's Coulson on the handoff, and he is going to go beyond the 40 up to around the 42, maybe the 43-yard line. And this is kind of getting back to the Simpson Academy roots here.
This is what we're seeing on the first 3 plays from offensively from Simpson. I mean, this is the Simpson from yesteryear. They're big at the offensive at the line of scrimmage, and they're just lining up and running it either right at us or to the right side.
And, Drew, this may be their game plan because they know how explosive Lamar can be offensively. Ball control on the road. Second down and 4. Coulson with another carry. He's got some yardage across the 50. He's in Raider territory, and they're going to mark him out of bounds all the way down at the Lamar 47-yard line. Yeah. That's another first down for the Cougars. And right now, Simpson's kind of imposing their will up front.
Well, I mean, like I said, their game plan is right now early in this first quarter on the opening drive is they're going to just run it pretty much off the right side, and we're going to have to make some adjustments. And, I mean, they're going to try to obviously try to run it, wear us down in the second half, try to win the time of possession battle.
Under 8.5 to play, opening quarter, no score on the Will Sweat Alpha Insurance scoreboard. Folks, there's no wide receivers. Everybody and their brother is on the line of scrimmage here. Quarterback power by Coulson, and I thought he was going to get stopped there momentarily. He did get about a yard there, so Lamar got a little more disciplined up front as we had a few folks there to make the stop.
All right, well, watch right here on second down and 9. They've got the play action pass set up out of the same formation. Watch this because it's coming.
All right, that was a gain of a yard. They're going to give him just shy of the Lamar 45-yard line. Simpson just shy of the Lamar logo there in the middle of the field. Will break huddle, same formation. Everybody and their brother up on the line of scrimmage. Coulson taking the direct snap here at quarterback. He'll just run it behind that big offensive line. And this time Lamar is going to punish him. Luke Morrow said, "I've had enough of it." Morrow got him around the knees and buckled him down for a yard gain and drew a big 3rd and 8 coming up.
Like I said, big second down run stop right there by Lamar's defense has got Simpson 3rd down and long right here. And obviously Simpson's going to bring some of their wide receivers onto the field here for this 3rd down situation. But like I said, the first about 5 or 6 plays offensive from Simpson, I mean, they've just been running that little bunch set at the line of scrimmage and been getting positive yardage. But finally, Lamar's got him in a 3rd and long situation. Watch our defensive backs don't take a shot down the field.
3rd down and 8. Coulson is rolling down here to the near side to throw, and it's completed. Actually, Coulson caught the football out of the backfield, and the pass was completed by Braxton Baldwin. And Drew, just a simple little rollout. They dumped it off in the flat, and that's a nice gainer down to the Lamar 33-yard line, 1st down.
Yeah, it looked like they just dumped it off to the tight end here on the near side. It was wide open. Yeah, a nice play call by Coach Mangum and Simpson, and again, a 3rd down conversion for Simpson. And Simpson's offensive got a nice little drive going at the Lamar around the 33-yard line.
So after that pass, they're going to go back into the bunch set again. So they converted on that 3rd down. They're going to bring extra blockers, basically 2 H-backs behind the line of scrimmage. And Coulson is going to be gobbled up. Wow, he got some more yardage. I thought Lamar was going to have him stop for about a yard or 2 gain, but he'll be dropped down at about the 30-yard line. Just when you think you got him, he finds some yardage.
Yeah, 2nd and 3rd effort right there. Was able to pick up about an extra 3 yards right there. And a no gain. It went from no gain to 2nd down and 7 coming up. As got about 6:12 left to go here in the 1st quarter. No score.
And, folks, you see this. They're running it. Clock is churning. They're keeping the football away from Sully, Troder, and Whitcomb right now. This is their game plan. So 2nd down and 7 from the Lamar 30, and I believe we're going to have an official's timeout for a heat break. They went ahead and ran a play anyway, but it's not going to count. So we got an official's timeout for a heat break at the stadium. Under 6 minutes to play here in quarter number 1. No score. We'll return after a quick timeout here on 97 OKK. All right, we're about to finish up an official's timeout down on the field. 5:59 to go here in quarter number 1. No score, but, folks, Simpson Academy is using the ground and pound right now on the Raider defense as play gets set to resume. Drew, 2nd and 7 from the Raider 30.
Yeah, right now, I mean, like I said, we have not, like I said, Simpson offensively have gone to this bunt set at the line of scrimmage, and, I mean, they've just pretty much just run it right down the field against us.
Coulson going to be in the shotgun again. He's going to run behind that big, heavy set of blockers, and he'll dive ahead to about maybe the 27. I might give him that, but it will bring up a 3rd down in just over 5 to go.
Yeah, it's like I said again, 3rd in a passing down situation coming up for Simpson. You know, they've like I said, watched the tight ends here in the short passes, because that's, you know, those are the guys here that they really, in the passing game, depend on. The H-backs, the tight ends, and the guy in the slot, keep an eye on him. 2
receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Shotgun formation here for the quarterback, Baldwin, and they're going to hand it off here, and Lamar will stop him short of the 1st down at around the 25, maybe the 25.5. So now that's going to set up a gigantic 4th down and 2 here for the Cougar offense.
Yeah, absolutely. This is a big stop. Lamar's defense got to get a stop here to get our offense back on the field.
Some energy coming from the Lamar faithful here as Baldwin tried a hard count at first. He'll check off to a fresh play over on the opposite sideline, and we are going to get a timeout early in this ball game called by Simpson Academy. We'll keep things right here on the broadcast with 4:51 remaining here in the 1st quarter. No score here between Lamar and Simpson, but Drew, Simpson's going to be facing a 4th and 2. I guess Coach Mangum and them wanted to obviously reset things right here.
Yeah, actually, obviously he probably saw something he didn't like and called a timeout, and he probably wanted to see from a defensive standpoint how we were lining up, and so he calls an early timeout. And but folks, with 4:51 left to go here in the 1st quarter, we got no score. Lamar got the ball first, had a nice little drive going themselves, but unfortunately on a zone read, Sully kept the ball, and had a Simpson Academy defender knock the ball out, and Simpson was able to get an early turnover. And Simpson, they pretty much have, on their opening drive of the game, have just ran it pretty much other than one pass completion. They've ran it all the way down to the field, and we got a 4th and 2 at the Lamar 30-yard line.
All right, 4th down and 2 as the Raider faithful comes alive here in front of us. It looks like they're going to go to their heavy package, the 2 blockers behind the line of scrimmage. I'm like you, Drew. Watch a pass. You never know.
Yep.
Coulson's going to take the direct snap on 4th down and 2, and he is going to run the football, and he is going to get the first down. He got it down to about the 21-yard line. He made like one extra move down here on the near side of the line of scrimmage and got just enough.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they've just one big run and a pass. They've just nickeled and dimed us all the way down the field, and their offensive line is doing a great job. And hey, we got to get a stop. We got to make some adjustments.
And folks, the clock is leaking here. 4.5 minutes to go already in the first quarter. And Coulson's going to run it again, and he's going to be stopped for about a 2-yard gain down to the 19. But right now, it's just death by 1,000 cuts right now. I mean, they're just kind of cutting you to death right now.
Yeah, ain't no question. It's they run right, center, or left, and I mean, and they're like I said, everybody defensive Lamar has got to they've got to do their assignment. They've got to nobody from Lamar needs to play Superman because they're misdirection running the ball, if you notice.
Folks, all this is basically a line, 2 H-backs, and a quarterback. That's it. There's no wide receivers, and they're going to run the football to this near side, and Lamar is going to have Tyler Brown trip him up from behind and wrestle him down at about the 17, maybe the 18. Very minimal pickup of maybe a yard. And now, Drew, what they'll do here on 3rd down and just over 7, they bring the skill guys back in.
Yeah, I mean, it's no secret what Simpson is doing. They're playing a nickel and dime running game all the way down the field, and they're trying to play time of possession and keep Lamar's offense off the field.
All right, quarterback is going to be Baldwin. He completed that first down pass a few minutes ago. He'll be in the shotgun with 2 guys, 1 to each side. He will try to throw the football here. He's rolling out to the far side, releases football. Nearly intercepted by Lamar. Boy, Lamar had an interception gift wrap right there, but it just fell in and out of the hands. But it will be a 4th down. Oh, that could have been a pick 6.
Oh, I no doubt about it. Not only that, if we're able to catch that, I mean, we were off to the races.
Could not tell which Raider it was, but, man, he went right in and out of his hands. But now, Drew, it's a 4th down and 8, and obviously they're going to go right here.
Ain't no question about it. All right, now watch the middle of the field, slant, some type of square in, something like that.
All right, 4th down and 8, line of scrimmage. I'm going to call it about the 18 here on the near hash in Raiderville right here. Baldwin going back to pass. There's a penalty marker down on the opposite end of the field. Baldwin's releasing the football. There is a flag down. Remember that as he's going to go into the end zone for a touchdown, but let's check the marker first. It is on the other side of the field, and I think they are motioning it was on Simpson potentially, but let's wait and see.
And Lamar is pointing that it is against Simpson, so thank goodness. Probably had too many men lined up in the backfield in illegal formation.
All right, let's wait on the call here from our white hat tonight, Chris Thompson. Like I said, the penalty marker came in on the snap. It is the illegal formation call right there on Simpson. So that will erase the touchdown. So that is a monster penalty right now here on the Cougars.
Well, going back, remember that play because that's obviously a huge play. But right there, I mean, just – going back to the play itself, I mean, the quarterback for Simpson, he looked to his left, had nothing, looked back to the reverse side, and had a guy wide open.
So it goes now to 4th down and 12 after that penalty. So the touchdown goes by the boards for Simpson. Baldwin back to pass here. They're going to dump it off here into this near flat area, nowhere near a first down as he's going to be gobbled up at about the line of scrimmage. Making the catch was Fortenberry. So the Whiting defense stands tall here on 4th down, and the Raiders will get the ball back on a turnover on downs with 2:35. Already 2:35 to go in the first quarter. No score.
Well, that's your classic definition of a bend but don't break right there as Lamar defense holds on 4th down and long. The penalty right there on Simpson Academy.
That was a monster
was
one.
Just a monster penalty as they scored, but they had too many men lined up in the backfield and had an illegal formation. So, but with 2:27 left to go in the first quarter.
Sully is taking off for his life right here as they came on a full-out blitz on him right there as he's going to get it up to maybe the 21-yard line. Boy, Sully was just running for his life to get 2 yards right there.
Absolutely. They came after him right there, and Sully was pretty fortunate that he was able to only pick up a couple of yards right there.
All right, so Raiders will have it just beyond their own 20-yard line, moving left to right with ball possession here on the near hash mark. Kari Towner is in the ball game at running back now. Of course, he's been electric over these last couple of weeks. Trips to the far side for the Raiders. You got Whitcomb, Oates, and Troder out there. Here's the handoff to Towner. Go, Corey, go! Over the 30, 35, 40, and Corey's going to get all the way up to around the 41-yard line. First down Lamar, first down Raiders, powered by David Neal's Express Pharmacy. Go, Corey, go!
I mean, this is not surprising, guys. I mean, Towner has been running the ball so good so far this season, and wow. I mean, once again, nice run, got it into the secondary of Simpson. Big first down run right there.
First down and 10 for the Raiders at their own 42-yard line. Something about this Towner kid, he is something special.
He's got an extra boost once he gets past the line of scrimmage.
He's going to split out wide down here to the near side. Empty backfield. Sully is dashing down here to the side. Here's Corey wide open down the field, and he is gone. But he's got to go all the way into the end zone for a touchdown. But there's a penalty marker back at the line of scrimmage.
We had no play. We had no play.
Wow, everybody just froze down on the field. Corey, there was nobody around him as he took it the distance for the touchdown. But what do we got here? I'm like whoever said that down there. Yeah, touchdown.
Well, I mean, Simpson quit playing, and that's why Corey was wide open.
Well, what's the call here? Chris Thompson coming in to give us the call here. A holding call on Lamar.
Okay, well, but see, I think what happened is they made a holding call, but they blew the whistle. They blew the whistle.
I
guarantee that.
My goodness. Well, now they're pointing towards Simpson. Come on, Chris. What are we doing here?
I don't.
Well, if it's a hold on them, the touchdown should count.
Inverted whistle. I was saying they blew the whistle.
Of course it was an inverted whistle. It's always something funky when Lamar and Simpson get together, and there's your first funky play of the night. I'm like, well, now everybody below us is confused looking up at us, but an inadvertent whistle.
Well, they did. Like I said, Simpson got called for a defensive holding, so Lamar's got a holding penalty, 1st and 10 at the Simpson 49-yard line.
Here goes Towner again. Go, Corey, go! Inside the 40. He's all the way down to the 35. Still dragging folks with him all the way down to the 31-yard line. First down Lamar, first down Raiders, powered by David Neal's Express Pharmacy. Oh, my goodness.
Towner, once again, second time he's gotten the ball on this drive and just, runs right through Simpson and again gets in the Simpson secondary. And no, this ain't good, folks, as Towner is limping off the field.
Oh, man.
And, boy, we cannot afford to lose him.
Brown will check in at tailback. We'll keep our eyes on that situation. And play action fake is going to be a zone read. Sully, put that ball away, son. He's going to get inside the 25, and he's going to be upended somewhere down around the 23. But the big concern right now is Kari Towner coming off the field. But Sully will get a solid 8 or 9 yards on the pickup.
Well, I believe that Brown was trying to was meant to get the football right there, but the play was so slow developing that Sully had no choice but to keep it and run it off the left side.
All right, so 2nd down and 1. Playbook is wide open right here. They're going to dump it out of the backfield to Jalen Troder, but we've got another penalty marker down. And I'm like you, I think it was a false start on the Raiders.
Yep.
So the Raiders with another penalty. I may have bitten us in the rear end during our tailgate show. I said we hadn't had a lot of flags. Well, we've had a few of them in this first quarter tonight.
Well, like I said, that's one of the things, we have not had a lot this year, the pre-snap penalties. And like I said, we've had a couple here in the first quarter on Lamar, and a second down and short. Now, if all of a sudden it's backed up to second down and 6.
13.9 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Might have a play 2 at most right here, depending on if it's a pass or not. Second down, just over 5 to go inside the 30-yard line. Here's the handoff to Brown. And actually it was over a second left, and Brown is going to get 8 up for about a yard loss. So, folks, we have already breezed through one quarter of football here tonight at Gray Cobb Field. There's nothing up on that Will Sweat Alpha Insurance scoreboard. We are scoreless. We'll return after 1 minute with the start of the second quarter next here on 97 OKK. Well, folks, we're starting the second quarter here tonight at Gray Cobb Field. Lamar will have a third down and 8 coming up just inside of the Simpson 30-yard line.
Yeah, wouldn't be surprised here if we get Jalen Troder an opportunity to catch the football right here.
Pistol formation, Sully at quarterback. Right behind him is Tyler Brown, 2 receivers to the far side of the field. Here's the play-action fake zone read with Sully. Go, Sully! Inside the 20, 15, 10. Sully, go! Inside the 5. He dives. He is in! Touchdown, Lamar! Touchdown, Raiders! 29 yards on the scamper by Sully Reed, and Lamar draws first blood, 6-0.
Yeah, I mean, Sully Reed on the zone read play right there. Off the left side here on the Lamar sideline, just kept it, made a nice cut and a move, bounced it up to the outside, ran over a Simpson Academy defender at about the 3-yard line in second effort, but he was at the ball, was able to cross the goal line.
Here's Cross to try to attempt the extra point here out of the hold of Val, and Simpson is going to jump into the neutral zone, so that's going to move it half the distance. Boy, they had somebody jump way offside over there, and now this may change the play call here for Jacob Land.
Yeah, because that right there will move the ball to the 1-yard line, and with this offensive line, like I said, I like our chances, and like I said, we might be looking like we're Coach Jacob Land has changed his mind, and it's going for 2 here.
And, Drew, it's going to be our favorite formation. The muscle package is in. Morrow blocking and Brown running it potentially. Just inside the 2 here on the 2-point conversion try. Brown is going to rumble in to the end zone for the 2-point conversion. So that's a big penalty on Simpson on the kick right there, as Lamar will score a touchdown on the 29-yard scamper by Sully Reed. Brown punches it in on the 2-point conversion. And now we got a score on the Will Sweat Alpha Insurance scoreboard, 8-0. Of course, that touchdown is being powered by Teal Neal Animal Hospital. Drew, what a way to start the second quarter.
Well, absolutely. And Sully Reed just kind of right there just took the bull by the horns right there on the zone read play, and was able to scamper 23 yards for a Lamar Raider touchdown. And with the penalty on the extra point on Simpson, Coach Jacob Land smartly, with the ball spot at the 1-yard line, as well as his offensive line is going this year, he just said, what the heck, man? I'm going to line it up in an I formation, give the ball to Tyler Brown. We're going to get an extra point.
I tell you what, that muscle package has turned out to be a pretty good formation for Lamar. When you got Morrow and Brown, and then, like you said, that offensive line, I like our chances pretty much at any point. So, all right, Morrow will be doing the honors right here at the 40-yard line. So we have a score. Lamar 8, Simpson nothing. Of course, this quarter of Raider football brought to you by All-Star Team Sports. Kickoff is going to be fielded just inside the 15-yard line by the Cougars, and they will bring it up to about the 27-yard line. Gang tackling by that Raiders special teams right there. And, Drew, that's something we haven't talked a whole lot about here this year. I think we mentioned it once or twice. Our kick coverage has been excellent this year.
There's no question about it. I mean, like I said, the last couple of years, our kick coverage has been spotty, and I'm using that spotty word very lightly. This year, the point of emphasis coming into the year with Jacob Land talked about that they worked really hard on their special teams coming into the season.
From the 27 here on the near hash mark for Simpson, now trailing Lamar 8-0. They're going to hand it off here, and that was a traditional handoff out of the backfield. And I believe that might have been Coulson once again, this time on a carry, Drew, from Baldwin handing it off, and they'll get a handful of yards up to the 31.
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of one of those little delayed handoff runs called off the left side right there. And I wasn't sure exactly if we, other than a couple of people, knew who really had the ball right there. And if we weren't able to bring him down off the left side right there, he's off to the races.
Offset I formation now, and they're going to hand it off once again. But this time he's going to be punished. Boy, what a tackle right there. Give a lot of love to Henry Pruitt. Honest Henry comes in there and makes a nice tackle.
And once again, Simpson's got a third down, and it looks like 3rd down and 6 coming up. And, if you're just tuning in, Lamar leads at 8-0, a fast-paced first quarter here at Gray Cobb Field. And we're now a couple of minutes into the second quarter. Lamar leading 8-0, and the Simpson Academy's got a 3rd down and 6 coming up.
All right, ball's going to be spotted around the Simpson 32. 2 backs in the backfield. Quarterback's going to go under center. That is Baldwin. And they are going to run a play-action fake. And we're coming after the quarterback, and Baldwin's going to go down on a sack. We had a couple of Raiders back in the neighborhood. I saw 2 of them back there. Needless to say, that was 2 red jerseys that got back there for the sack, Drew, and we got them behind schedule, made them pay the price.
Absolutely. I mean, like I said, Simpson offensively tried a kind of a bootleg run pass on the far side of the field. Nobody was open, and was able to get some pressure on the quarterback, and was able to bring him down for about a 8-yard loss right there. And Simpson Academy's as punting the ball. We should get some really good field position out of this.
Troder and Slack are back to return just beyond the 50. Here's the punt, and it's a hanger. It is a boomer. Slack is going to go back and field it at the 34, and he's going to be hemmed in trying to escape, and he's beyond the 35-40, and he's going to be upended up at around the 44-yard line. Drew, I know you love it. He came up and fielded the ball and got yards.
Absolutely. I mean, that was a heck of a punt, by the way. That was a solid 45-yard spiral punt by the young man from Simpson. But I was really glad that Slack was able to backtrack a little bit, caught the football, and then was able to get it up the field for about 12, 13 yards. And ball spotted at the Lamar 44-yard line. Really good field position. And, again, I like the way we're running the ball here. I'd keep running it.
Roberts will be the tailback here on 1st down and 10 from just inside the Raider 45-yard line. Whitcomb in motion to the far side with the Raiders on top 8-0. We're just a few minutes deep into the second quarter. Play action fake. Here we go. Here's Troder. And Troder juggles and makes a catch. He's dancing up the sideline. He's gone. Touchdown, Lamar. Jalen Troder just stole Simpson Academy's lunch money. Everybody over there. Jalen Troder does it again. Touchdown, Lamar. Touchdown, Raiders. The moves he made up the near sideline were something to behold.
It looked like, the circus came to town before he caught the ball. He juggled it a little bit, and then he looked like a candidate on Dancing with the Stars right there, and made only a move that Jalen can make, and was able to get by 2 defenders from Simpson. And
good night.
Wow. Just like that, Lamar punches one in the end zone and leads it 14-0 with 9:25 left to go here in the second quarter.
56 yards on the toss, but, man, the moves were – hey, Sully's throw was pretty darn good too. So here's the extra point coming up from Cross right here. Kick is up, and, ooh, that's a line drive. and no good. So the kick is going to hook no good. But Lamar does put one in the end zone. Again, 9:25 to go here in the second quarter. Will Sweat Alpha Insurance scoreboard reads Lamar 14, Simpson nothing. That touchdown powered by Teal Neal Animal Hospital. We'll return after a quick timeout here on 97 OK.
Big Guns Professional Cleaning Services, LLC. We provide service to businesses throughout the community from a wide range of industries. At Big Guns Professional Cleaning Services, LLC, we offer an easy, affordable option to keep your business's facility clean. We're a locally owned and operated commercial cleaning service, providing complete cleaning services on a weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly basis. Plus, Big Guns Professional Cleaning Services can cater services to suit your needs and budget.
Folks, the Jalen Troder Show is back again. 56 yards on a pass from Sully Reed, and he did a few dance moves in the mix, and the Raiders are on top now 14-0. There's a missed PAT in the mix. Simpson's going to return the ensuing kickoff up to around the 39-yard line. But going back to that pass, like you said, Jalen kind of juggled it. He made one move to the left, one move to the right. He took everybody's money, put it in his pocket, and ran to the end zone.
Well, it was about that time. I mean, we knew that at some point Jalen Trotter was going to get a shot down the field, and we didn't have to wait long to get that shot. And like I said, I love the play call. Jalen, before the catch, had been really quiet so far in tonight's game. And
we had targeted him one time, but it went by the boards because of a penalty.
So yeah, I mean, but like I said, but we knew it was just a matter of time before Coach Jacob Land gave him a shot play.
All right, they're going to stay in this heavy run formation here, and they're not going to get much as Honest Henry is going to come in and make a nice play there as he'll wrap his arms around. That's a couple of tackles tonight for Honest Henry Pruitt, and if you wonder why that nickname is, just come to our coaches' shows on Monday night.
Yeah, you're right about that.
All you got to do is show up, and you'll know why. But, Drew, 2-yard gain.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, once again, outside the opening drive from Simpson, we bend but didn't break, and we've made some obviously on that second possession offensively for Simpson, made a few adjustments off that bunch set that Simpson is showing, and it's paying off.
Coulson going to run it again. This time stacked him up. The red swarm comes in. Pick your Raider. I saw several. I mean, pick your Raider. There's about 5 of them there. No gain.
I mean, it was several on the play, and once again, Simpson Academy is third and long situation, and this is defensive for Lamar. This is where you want to put Simpson in because they're not a very good throwing football team. On paper, they're just not.
14-0 Raiders as we tick toward 8 minutes to go here in the second quarter. They're going to spread it out here. 2 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side here for Baldwin and company. He is going to roll out to pass, and he is going to be sacked. There's Luke Brady coming in there to make the sack all the way back to around the 30-yard line. Boy, Brady nearly came in there untouched.
He did, and it wasn't touched at all.
Yeah.
I mean, somebody on the offensive line from Simpson had to have blown a call. Missed assignment right there because Brady came in there untouched.
So that's going to put the Cougars back into punt formation. So the Whiting defense answers the bell again on yet another 3 and out. And now you're going to have Slack and Trotter back to return the potential punt down the field right here. Snap is clean. Punt is in the air. This is a wobbling kick toward Trotter. Trotter will call for the fair catch down at about the Lamar 39-yard line. So Sully Reed and the offense come back out, leading at 14-0, 7:19 to go here in the second quarter.
Well, I mean, a very quiet, fast-paced first quarter. Nothing really happening other than one turnover, and then here in the second quarter, it's like a fireworks show.
Drew, I've been noticing Kari Towner on the sideline. They retaped his right ankle. He's been kind of jogging slightly up and down the sideline, but he has still not got his helmet on right now.
Yeah, he's obviously, like I said, he does not appear to be coming into the game, at any time soon. So that's kind of concerning.
Trips to the far side on 1st and 10 from the 39-yard line. Play action fake. Sully's looking. Sully's firing. He's got Whitcomb, and Whitcomb goes up and catches one all the way down inside the 35-yard line of Simpson. First down Raiders once again powered by our good buddy David Neal over Express Pharmacy.
And guys, if we really want to, I mean, you just saw right there. I mean, the secondary from Simpson is just it's not very good. And I mean, if Jacob wants to give Sully Reed a 300-yard passing game here tonight, I mean, it's right there for the taking.
All right, trips will move to this near side now. Troder and Whitcomb are a pair of those receivers. Shotgun formation near the Simpson 32. They're going to give it to Samuel Roberts, and Roberts is going to be upended inside the 30 down to the Cougar 29. That's going to be a gain of just over 3.
I mean, like I said, but the way we're running the ball, I mean, like I said, I like the way that Coach Jacob Lynn offensively is calling this game. I mean, he's mixing the run with the pass beautifully.
Gavin All's going to check into the ball game at one of those receiver slots. And now you got Mims checking in at the slot down here to the near side, Drew. So a little bit of a different formation here. Mims in motion to the far side now. Play action fake. And Sully got walloped, and All is going to make the catch on that little screen play, but it's going to get nothing as it's going to be dropped for about a half a yard loss. I'll tell you what, Simpson dialed up another blitz.
Yeah, absolutely. They said enough of this. So we're coming after Sully. But, you know, we were talking about Mims just a minute ago. You know, he's a young man, you know, a couple weeks ago against Caledonia, really came on the scene, had about 5 or 6 catches in that game. And, you know, this is a young man that, you know, he could be a huge factor as we get in later in the year. Well, we got an official timeout on the field, folks, with 5:59 left to go before halftime. Lamar leads 14-0. We're going to take a quick 30-second timeout. You're listening to Lamar Raider football right here on 97 OKK.
All right, after the officials' timeout with 5:59 to go here in the second quarter, Lamar leading at 14-0. Drew, it'll be 3rd down and 7 here for Lamar.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, we got Jalen Troder lined up right here on the near side, one-on-one. If Sully looks to his left, he's going to think, oh, my God. And but we hand the ball off right here off the right side for a minimum gain here of maybe a yard or two. It'll set up a 4th down and about 4, maybe 5.
Yeah, that was Brown. They put the muscle package in there on 3rd down and 7, so that's a little bit of a different wrinkle right now. Whitcomb's going to check back in here. Trotter's still out there. Of course, the Raiders kind of in that in-between land right now here on 4th and 4.
Well, absolutely. I mean, this is no-brainer. Jacob Lance, I mean, he's going for this 99.9% of the time.
Brown's going to be your tailback on 4th down and 4 inside the Simpson 30 at about the 26. Whitcomb is down here to the near side along with Troder. Those are your 2 wideouts.
Troder on a curl route.
Here is the zone read, and Sully stops on a dime, gets inside the 20. Good job by Troder not holding, and Sully will get inside the 15 for a first down, Lamar. First down, Raiders. Of course, powered once again by our good buddy David Neal's Express Pharmacy.
A nice decision right there by Sully on the zone read. Kept it, went off the left side, and another nice run by that young man. He's responded very well after an early first quarter turnover.
I love Jalen right there putting his hands away, not holding down the field. That was a good heads-up play by a veteran. First down, red zone trip here for the Raiders at about the 13, maybe the 14-yard line. Brown is your running back here off to Sully's left. Play action fake. Sully's looking toward the corner, toward Troder. He goes up and
touchdown.
It's broken up, or did he drop it?
I think at the last minute, the cornerback from Simpson got his hands in there and knocked the ball away.
It was a great throw by Sully, but I'm kind of like you, was one-on-one coverage, and give your credit where credit's due to Simpson. They kind of poked it free there.
Yeah, I mean, it was a really good throw right there. It was very catchable. Sometimes you just got to give credit to where credit is due right there, and the cornerback from Simpson was able to get his hands on the football.
All right, 2nd down. Here's the handoff to Brown. Brown is going to break at least one tackle, and I think he's going to be cut down at about the 11-yard line. So it'll bring up 3rd down and about 7 yards to go here for the Raiders. Drew, line of scrimmage is going to be at the 11-yard line.
Well, I mean, if they're going to line up one-on-one coverage against Troder, I mean, and you're going to give him that kind of cushion, the way, I mean, they're lined up, I mean, about 8 to 10 yards off the line of scrimmage. You would think, that little short curl route, would be a nice little decision here.
Man in motion is Whitcomb to the near side. They're looking that direction. Sully is running out of room here. He sprints down here to the near side, throws it, and it is caught by Whitcomb right at the goal line, and they're going to say he's out of bounds right at the 1. Boy, Whitcomb was towing the line down there at the 1-yard line. 1st and goal coming up at 1st down. Once again, brought to you by our good friend David Neal's Express Pharmacy.
That was a, like I said, I mean, a really a good decision right there. From Sully Reed, not giving up on the play. He kept his eyes downfield the whole time, and a really good throw right there by Sully.
Muscle package checks in on 1st and goal at the 1-yard line. Morrow in along with Brown, and they're going to give it to Morrow, I think. Did Morrow get in?
Yes, he did. I do
believe.
And
still no signal. They still hadn't signaled it. I thought he got in.
I thought he did, too. I guess
good night. I mean, how did he not get in? They're going to mark him down at the inch line.
Wow.
Good grief.
Well, if we had actually cameras for a replay, we might have been.
Somebody get a camera down there. Throw the red flag. Well, we're going to do the same formation again at the inch line here. Morrow and Brown back there. I say give it to Morrow again, but this time it's going to be Brown. And what can Brown do for you? Another touchdown, 1 yard out, and the Raiders up 20-0 now. That touchdown brought to you by Teal Newell Animal Hospital. And right now, Drew, we're doing a lot of good things.
Absolutely. Once again, Lamar is having a really good second quarter as we've here tonight has scored 20 points here and lead it 20-0. We did the same thing, guys, last week.
Yep.
Very explosive second quarter against East Rankin. And this is, like I said, I mean, we had this first half is kind of carbon copy of what we saw last week as we're waiting on the PAT. It's up. The kick appears to be good. And it is.
Yeah, perfect.
But we're going to keep things right here for a second, but for a little bit. But bottom line is, this is kind of like what we saw last week against East Rankin.
Yep.
Kind of a very slow kind of, we just eased into the game. The first couple minutes were and then all of a sudden we've got our feet under us, and then here in the second quarter we're rocking and rolling.
Yeah, 3:17 to go here before halftime now. Lamar's got their full allotment of timeouts, and the way things are going for Simpson offensively, you kind of know which road I'm going right here.
Mm-hmm.
If you can come up with another one of those quick 3-and-outs, you got timeouts in your pocket, I say try to get it back and stick another one in the end zone before halftime.
And that's another. We've done a really good job. I mean, you were going back to the first game of the season against South Choctaw. How we, and Gav, y'all saw, we got a late stop in the second quarter. We were able to get some good field position and punch one into the end zone. We've done that. We've done that several times this year.
All right, Morrow will line up the kick here at the 40-yard line. Like I said, the Raiders have 3 timeouts, 3:17 to go before halftime. Simpson will get the ball to start the third quarter tonight. And it's going to be an onside kick. The Raiders are going to kick an onside kick, but too strong out of bounds. So, boy, you can kind of see where we're at right now. We're trying to put the jugular on them right now.
Well, and like I said, I don't mind the decision right there. Because, Simpson was not ready for that. They had no idea. It was just it wasn't executed. But I like the decision right there. I really do.
So the kick out of bounds will place the football basically where it went out of bounds near the 35-yard line. So that's where Simpson will start 1st and 10. I think Luke may have been a little juiced up on that onside kick because it was not one of your traditional ones. It had a little bit of a little stronger of a Derek Jeter ground ball.
And, guys, here's another thing. It's Lamar leads 20. It's a 3-score ball game. Lamar leads 21-0. It's getting to that point where now Simpson's going to have to start thinking about throwing the ball, and that's not their cup of tea.
Well, and they're going to spread it out and try to throw it right here, or at least they appear to be. But, nope, they're going to keep it on the ground. Lamar stuffed him. Absolutely stuffed him at the line of scrimmage. No gain. And I think right now our interior guys and linebackers have said enough of this garbage.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, outside that first drive where Simpson Academy, kind of dinked and dunked us down the field with the running game with that bunch set. Defensively, Lamar has done a great job.
They gave him about a yard on that, maybe a half at most, and it'll be second down and a short 10 coming up just outside of the Simpson 35-yard line. Clock continues to roll, 2:40 and counting to go here in the second quarter. They'll keep it on the ground again, and Jalen Trotter is going to make a nice shoestring tackle up at around the 38-yard line.
We called a timeout. Good decision there by Coach Jacob Lanning after that short pickup on second down. We got a 3rd and long coming up for Simpson, and Coach Jacob Lanning called a timeout with 2:32 left to go here. Second quarter, Lamar leading 21-0. And again, if y'all been out on a Friday night dinner, if we were just talking about, the way this game started, it was almost like a carbon copy of last week's game against East Rankin. Lamar kind of started out, and a little sluggish, and then here in the second quarter, we've exploded and have found the end zone 3 different times and lead it 21-0. In the last 2 second quarters, guys, we've scored 41 points.
Absolutely. It's been pretty remarkable. Well, folks, after tonight, it's going to be, we're going to have life on the road the next 3 weeks. So it's going to be 3 straight ball games on the road, and these are not going to be easy ball games on the road either, folks. You go to Mize next week, which is going to be our first ever broadcast at Mize next week. And then the week after that, you go to Hartfield Academy, and then the week after that, you go to Starkville Academy. So the next 3 weeks is going to be pretty tough on the road for the Raiders. So.
Yeah, well, like I said, man, it's we got to take advantage of our home opportunities that we have this year. And like I said, the way Lamar's going right now, man, we just got to take them, 1 week at a time and let the chips fall where they may.
3rd down and 7 here for Simpson. Ball's going to be spotted at around the Simpson 37-yard line. They're going to look to throw the football here with Baldwin. He has time. He's going to release the football, and it's caught.
Wow.
That's a pretty darn good throw, pretty darn good catch as well out there by another McKinney, Brady McKinney, a sophomore. It seems like they've been growing McKinneys down there for years.
Well, yeah, absolutely. I mean, a really nice run route by the wide receiver from Simpson. McKinney just a nice little deep out route right there and a well-timed throw and catch.
McKinney, Adcock, Kennedy. It seems like they just grow on trees down there in Mendenhall. First down here for the Cougars. Ball is at the Simpson 47 along that far hash mark here for the Cougars. 4 wide receivers are going to try to sling it around the lot here, and it is incomplete. I think the receiver slipped on his route out there on the edge, so that will go incomplete.
Yeah, absolutely. And that, like I said, remember, every incomplete pass, stops the clock, and with 2:06 left to go here in the second quarter, that saved Lamar, Jacob from having to call a timeout right there. So kind of keep that in the back of your mind right there.
All right, Honest Henry Pruitt just checked out of the ball game. He needed a breather along that interior, so he'll take a breath on this second down play. Trips to the near side for Simpson, 1 receiver to the far side. They're going to dump it out of the backfield here to Coulson. And look at the swarm of red jerseys. You got Brown there. You got Morrow there. You've got Harala there. A lot of folks there. And that was a loss of about 1, 3rd and 11.
The Lamar defense right there just swarmed to the football. There was nowhere for the young man from Simpson to go.
And it was a slow developing pass out of the backfield, too. And Lamar just read that like a book. It was perfect. All right, clock is running at 1:38 here on 3rd and 11.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised that Lamar didn't burn a second timeout right there.
Yeah, kind of the same way here, but let's see what happens on the 3rd down play. If they get an incompletion here, that would save at least 1 timeout here, but let's see what unravels right here on 3rd and 11. And that should have been a flag there on the jump there on the false start, but the Raiders will drop the quarterback around midfield. Boy, they missed a false start bigger than day, and now Jacob Land is going to spend his second timeout, but dadgummit, they missed a penalty right there. It's going to be 4th down and 5 right here.
Yeah, I mean,
good grief, guys.
That was pretty obvious right there. But anyway, nonetheless, Lamar defense makes a stop there on 3rd down. We got a 4th down and about 6 coming up. What does Simpson do here? I mean, you're already down 3. Well, your defense is not. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, your defense has not shown the ability to do much.
If it was me, I would punt it, because if you give it away here at midfield, you got Troder and Whitcomb. I mean, would you much rather him go a longer field or a shorter field right here? I mean, I don't know.
The way Simpson defensively here in the second quarter, it really doesn't matter where they are on the field.
Yeah, I know. But literally, I would punt it.
Oh, yeah,
down the field and try to make them play a longer field.
You're right. The smart decision right here would be punt the ball.
Because it's 1:13 left here in the second quarter. Lamar's got one timeout left in the bucket. And it looks like they will go into punt formation. Like I said, if they go for it and give it away back to Lamar, the way they've been moving the football, could score on 2 plays or 1. So,
but like I said, but also be aware of the fake right here.
What do they say, Gavin? They appear to be punting. I think they will be, but you never know. All right, they will punt the ball away. It's going to be a low kick. Everybody get away from it, as it will take a nice roll, though, all the way down to about the 6-yard line, almost the 5-yard line. That freshly cut field by Matt Boone gave it a couple extra yards down there.
Well, that's the only time you don't try to go up and field the punt right
absolutely.
there. That little low end-over-end punt, you get away from those. But, well, folks, I tell you, man, it's been all Lamar here in the with 1:02 left to go before halftime. Lamar leads 21-0, and after a slow start offensively, we've really picked things up here in the second.
Now, Simpson has got all of their timeouts. I'm just saying that to be to give you the facts of what they have. Now, they got 2. Well, they got 3 up on the board, so somebody's not keeping up with it right up there.
Okay.
Sully back to throw. He's looking out of the end zone, throws it, and it is caught up the field and hanging on to it. Nice catch out there, and making that catch is Hamparala for a first down, Raiders. Powered by, of course, our good friend David Neal's Express Pharmacy.
And, yeah, we talked about it. This is the type of game where, some of these, as you called it, other guys, these are big. Who's going to be the third guy to step up offensively in the wide receiver for Lamar?
From the 25, Sully looking to throw the football. He's under some pressure, and he is trying to get away from it. Just throw it away, Sully, and he will throw it away in front of the shoe tops of Jalen Trotter. We're all like, throw it away.
Sorry, Robbie.
No, you're fine. I was thinking the same thing. Throw it away, Sully. Throw it away.
Like I said,
we're up here coaching just like Daddy would. Throw it away, son. Throw it away.
But, that was a very scary play right there on first down. And but Sully right there made a smart decision by throwing the ball away and lived to see second down.
46.2 seconds. Raiders have 1 timeout to play with here on 2nd and 10 from the Lamar 24-yard line. Empty backfield. Sully's looking down the field. He's under pressure again, and right now we're kind of leaking some oil up front, so that's going to be a loss of a yard, and if the Raiders are going to get any points, they're going to have to get on a hurry-up right here.
Yeah, right now with those last couple of plays, it appears we're not in that big of a hurry. We're probably going into halftime leading 21-0.
It's going to be third down and about 11, 12 yards to go. Clock is running here as we approach 20 seconds, 19, 18, and Sully waiting on the snap here. And they're going to get him on a hard count. So that'll stop the clock momentarily on the penalty, brought to you by Citizens National Bank there. And that's going to move it up 5 yards here, and that will stop the clock at 15.8 after the Simpson penalty.
Well, like I said, I mean, the smart play right here would just basically, run out the clock, a little safe throw right here, and let's get to halftime lead. The last thing we want to do is a turnover right here, and Simpson gets points.
From the 28, Sully releases the football up the field. It's caught by Whitcomb all the way down inside the 40-yard line. Don't listen to that guy. First down, Lamar. First down, Raiders, powered by David Neal's Express Pharmacy. As the Raiders will burn their final timeout, and we got a penalty marker back here, so it's not going to count.
It looks like where the flag has been thrown, it's right at the line of scrimmage, and it might be a holding coming. Yeah, we're walking back, Lamar is, and it looks like it's going to be a hold.
All right, we're waiting on the call here. And, yep, it's going to be a hold against Lamar, so that's going to erase the big play up the field to Whitcomb. Now I think where you're at situationally after the penalty with 7 seconds to go, probably drop a knee and get to the locker room.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, that unfortunately that holding penalty erases a big throw up the field, and this will be a 3rd and long coming up for Lamar, but with 7.1 seconds left to go for halftime. I mean, let's don't risk this thing. Let's just get into halftime. You're leading 21-0.
Well, we're spreading them out 5 wide. 3 to the near side, 2 to the far side. And Sully just going to safe throw a little dump-off pass to Whitcomb, and he'll be dropped around the 27-yard line. As the buzzer sounds, that will do it for second quarter activity. And, of course, that quarter was powered by All-Star Team Sports. Well, folks, the Raiders are checking a lot of good boxes, especially up on the scoreboard as we head to the locker room here tonight with Lamar leading it 21-0. We'll take a quick 2 minutes back at the station, and then we'll have your halftime show coming up next, brought to you by Snowden & Company Real Estate and the Madison Road Gallery by Woodstock. 2 minutes down the line right now on 97 OKK.
Big Guns Professional Cleaning Services, LLC. We provide service to businesses throughout the community from a wide range of industries. At Big Guns Professional Cleaning Services, LLC, we offer an easy, affordable option to keep your business's facility clean. We're a locally owned and operated commercial cleaning service, providing complete cleaning services on a weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly basis. Plus, Big Guns Professional Cleaning Services can cater services to suit your needs and budget. We pay special attention to details to keep your business looking great. Our professional team will create a healthier environment for your office with our special vacuums that have 4-level filtration to give you incredibly clean and healthy indoor air quality. Our backpack vacuums
again. I mean, ever since the prep game, Lamar Raider defense has been night and day better. They're just swarming to the ball. Their open field tackling is phenomenal. Our defensive backs, there's no bust. There's no anything like that. I mean, they're just playing really good, solid football, and that is a sight to behold and going forward. And we're going to have that in the next couple of weeks because, guys, our schedule coming up is real. I mean, it's been tough, but it's really about to get difficult here in the next couple of weeks going forward.
Well, we're going to be headed down to Mize, Mississippi next week. It'll be a public versus private matchup with, I believe it's the Bulldogs of Mize, and that is all the way down in Smith County. So we're going to be making the trip down to Smith County. And Drew, if you didn't know this, I was looking up some information about Mize today. We've never been there before. Of course, it's known, I love how Google puts it here. Mize, Mississippi is a small town in Smith County known for its rural atmosphere and the annual Mississippi Watermelon Festival.
Okay.
So there you go. It was founded in the early 1900s, and it was named after the county sheriff Mize. So that's where we'll be at next week for our next ball game, and it will start a 3-week road trip for Lamar. We'll be at Mize next week for the public versus private matchup, and then we got to go tangle with the Hawks of Hartfield Academy. That'll be a tough assignment.
Oh, yeah.
And then we go up to Starkville Academy the week after that. So we'll be headed south one week, west the next week, and, well, north the next week. So we're going to be all over the Magnolia State the next 3 weeks.
Well, I mean, like I said, this Lamar Raider football team, everything is in front of them.
Yep.
I mean, and what I like about this team is that they've got a look to them that they literally, I mean, regardless of whether they know they're the better team or not, they go out here. I mean, they go out and they take care of business. And what I mean by that is that they're not out there looking like they're playing a bunch of individuals. They're playing as a complete unit, and that is awesome to see. And like I said, man, we just keep adding. We're coming in tonight. We're 4-1. The way we're playing tonight, knock on wood, we continue to play like this, and we go to 5-1. But we're not. What I'm trying to say is we're not taking it for granted. Our opponents. We're showing up, and we're taking care of business.
21-0 here at the break in favor of Lamar. Of course, the touchdowns in the first half of the Raiders were highlighted by a 29-yard zone read quarterback scamper by Sully Reed. You had the 54-yard touchdown toss with some dance moves mixed in from Sully Reed to Jalen Troder, and, of course, the 1-yard plunge by Tyler Brown were the 3 scores in the first half. And, of course, a shutout football there by the defense as well by the Lamar Raiders. Of course, Simpson will get the football first to open up the third quarter here in just a few moments as dance and cheer for both schools are doing their performances right now. But it's going to be a big night tomorrow night in a lot of different places. We do have one college football game that is going on tonight. Got a pretty good one shaping up at Virginia right now. Number 8 Florida State's in a dogfight with Virginia, 21-all as they start the third quarter. So that was a dangerous football game for Florida State. Friday night game. It's in the ACC. You just don't know. But there is that game right now. There is a game tonight as well after that. Actually getting kicked off in a few moments, TCU and Arizona State. So a couple of Friday night games on the schedule. But, Drew, we're going to focus on a lot of different games here at the halftime break. You've got Arkansas hosting Notre Dame. That's going to be the breakfast kickoff tomorrow morning at 11. Arkansas coming off a game they just handed away to Memphis last week. And Notre Dame, of course, coming in at 1-2. They lost a heartbreaker to A&M here recently. So 2 teams trying to right the ship.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's Notre Dame, Arkansas. Arkansas, as Rob alluded to, the last 2 weeks has just handed W's away. Just because they just give it away. I mean, fumbling the ball inside your opponent's 10-yard line, stuff like that. I mean, you can't win like that. So I don't see Notre Dame really. I think it's just too much Notre Dame tomorrow. I think they just outclass Arkansas.
Yeah, Notre Dame's a slight 3.5-point favorite in the ball game, but I think just because it's on the road is the reason the spread is the way it is. Vanderbilt 4-0. They got Utah State. They probably will take care of that ball game, and Vanderbilt will go into Tuscaloosa next week 5-0.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, Vanderbilt comes in to this week ranked number 18 in the country, and this is not your yesteryear's dad's, mom's Vanderbilt football team. This is a extremely well-coached football team. Got a really good, exciting quarterback, Diego Pavia. It kind of, he stirs the drink for Vanderbilt. And if you're not seeing him, man, you need to watch this young man. He's a really good quarterback at Vanderbilt. And Vanderbilt, I tell you, man, they're fun to watch.
Auburn at Texas A&M. Of course, we all know the officiating mishap, and that's putting it mildly, that happened in the Auburn-Oklahoma game this past week. Auburn has got to quickly flush that because now they're on the road again, this time at Kyle Field against Texas A&M. That's a 2:30 kickoff tomorrow afternoon. A&M is a touchdown favorite.
Yeah, like I said, I still think, like I said, Auburn's got a really good football team this year. I mean, they just, like I said, a couple of really tough breaks that went against Auburn last week, or that'd have beaten OU. But, man, I tell you, man, I've never seen a poorly officiated football game going back to that game I've ever seen. It was so bad that Greg Sankey, the SEC commissioner, had to come out that later that night and apologize.
Yeah, that's how bad it was. That's a 2:30 game between A&M and Auburn. Missouri's got UMass. That's an is-what-it-is game. Kentucky, South Carolina, that's a later kickoff tomorrow night, 6:45. They're at Carolina. Carolina just under a touchdown favorite. Of course, Carolina had Missouri on the ropes last week and played a pretty tight ball game there, but just couldn't get it done in the end.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this is kind of that, stretch of the year for South Carolina. They always start out well, and then you have that little a 2 or 3 week stretch where South Carolina just kind of goes to pieces, and they get it back toward the end of the year. But I don't trust South Carolina's offensive coordinator, Mike Shula. I think he's a terrible offensive coordinator in my opinion. Lenore Sellers is a really good quarterback. I don't think, in my opinion, I don't think they're utilizing him the way they should. They got a couple of really good wide receivers. They're above average defensively. Like I said, I think at some point South Carolina gets back on the winning ways, and I think they do it tomorrow against Kentucky.
Well, Drew, usually this is a game you kind of save for last, but because the two in-state schools have such big games tomorrow, we're kind of sliding Alabama and Georgia down the schedule a little bit in our mind because, well, the other two games are pretty ginormous tomorrow here in the Magnolia State, but it is still a big ball game between Alabama and Georgia. It'll be between the hedges in Athens tomorrow night at 6:30. Georgia is a very slight 2.5-point favorite there at home. And I think this is a ball game for both schools. And I kind of said this on a podcast earlier this week that I hosted. This is kind of a week for everybody to kind of find out who you are. And this is a game for Alabama to kind of find out where they're at right now.
Well, I mean, for Alabama, tomorrow's game against Georgia, in my humble opinion, I think it's a redemption game. Is Alabama the team that played Florida State? Or are they the two teams? Because, I mean, the last couple of weeks, you can't judge Alabama after who they played. I mean, you just really can't. What Alabama team will show up tomorrow night in Athens, that'll tell me a lot about Alabama. Until I see it, like I said, I think Georgia, they've got that game in Athens. The last couple times Alabama's gone, to Athens, Alabama's had Georgia's number. I think that changes tomorrow. I think Georgia finds a way and wins that football game.
Well, I mentioned the two big games here in the Magnolia State are tomorrow, and just to be honest with you, Drew, I like it when there's a lot of spotlight on the state of Mississippi.
Absolutely.
And it's going to be a fun night in northern Mississippi for both Ole Miss and Mississippi State. I'm going to start with State first, and then we'll get to because I think the LSU Ole Miss game is a bigger game as far as the numbers look. But State and Tennessee tomorrow up in Starkville, 3:15. It's a sellout. It's a whiteout game for State. They're wearing some throwback unis tomorrow. We're going to find out if State's for real or not.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that Mississippi State has really shocked a lot of folks across the country with the way they've played so far this year. They've got another big contest in Starkville tomorrow, playing home against Tennessee. Another opportunity for Mississippi State. Mississippi State. I mean, if you really want to do something and shock them, win tomorrow. Because Robbie, I tell you, I'm going to kind of throw it back to you. If State, and I said this kind of in the pregame, show here earlier tonight that if State secondary shows up and they get a couple of turnovers or whatever, and State, finds themselves in the fourth quarter with a chance to win, watch out.
Well, the atmosphere, of course, will be dialed up at an all-time level during the fourth quarter, and I find it amazing, too, that and I've got a few little pipelines to the athletic department up at State. There was some notices sent from the SEC to the school this week about the cowbells, and I have a strong feeling that those will be ignored on Saturday, and if the atmosphere is anything like the Arizona State game, I imagine some more fines may be paid, and it may be a little more hefty, but I just know that there was some stuff set from Commissioner Sankey to the school earlier this week about that rule, but bottom line for State, this is kind of a tone setter for the season. If you go in there and pull off an upset tomorrow, that's going to gain a ton of confidence for the program going ahead. But if you go out there and you get throttled pretty good tomorrow, you know as well as I do, that could shake the team to the core because you got to go to A&M after that, and you got Texas down the road, you got Georgia down the road. So this is a big tone-setting game for the State football season.
Yeah, ain't no doubt about it. Georgia's got Mississippi State's got a pretty good gauntlet coming up, and like I said, a really good opportunity for State to really, showcase how the job that Lebby has done so far this year, and and with what he was able to, from a talent standpoint, what Lebby was able to bring in during the offseason was a master class. And so, like I said, I see State hanging around till maybe somewhere in the third, mid-late.
I just don't see State winning the ball game. They just don't have the folks.
I think Tennessee just got too many weapons on the outside. Yeah,
it's just State does not have the folks yet to win a big ball game like that. So, LSU and Ole Miss, that's a big one tomorrow at 2:30 over on ABC, 2-4-0 ball clubs. LSU number 4, Ole Miss number 13. Ole Miss they got -1.5, but basically it's kind of a pick'em game.
Yeah. Well, anytime you got LSU and Ole Miss, you always expect. You forget the records, man. It's a rivalry game, and for me, for LSU standpoint, I'll be there, but. How healthy is Garrett Nussmeier? Everybody keeps. I'm hearing that he's back to about 90-95%. In the first 3 weeks of the season, we didn't know that until about a week or so ago that Nuss was limited where he could only throw the ball about 40 yards down the field, and that explains a lot of the offensive play calling that we saw the first 3 weeks. Now going forward, we hear that you're going to see a different LSU offense going forward, and that's fine. I'll give LSU's offense a mulligan the first couple weeks of the season. Now, like I said, we've got to run the ball better. That doesn't excuse we've got to run the ball, but we got to get guys also down the field that can catch it as well. So, and defensively. It's LSU is. Like I said, what can you say about LSU's defense so far?
I think that's the biggest key for me going into the ball game tomorrow for Ole Miss. They have not seen a defense like this yet. Mm-hmm. And, of course, traditionally, the last couple of years has been, up and down the field scoring. But LSU's defense has improved mightily in Baton Rouge. And I think Ole Miss, that's going to be their biggest chore tomorrow, is going up against a pretty good defensive front, too.
Well, so. Look, man, Lane Kiffin's an excellent offensive play caller. He's going to have a few tricks up his sleeve.
Oh, sure.
I'm not, like I said, we're not, but they're going to throw a punch, and LSU's going to have to counter punch, and we've got guys that that can stretch the defense from Ole Miss, and we got to take some shots down the field.
Absolutely. So that's a look at the SEC schedule for the weekend. And, of course, I got to backtrack a little bit here and going back into the Sun Belt with Southern Miss. Of course, lost a tough game down at La Tech last week. I saw it was a tough road game for the Southern Miss Golden Eagles. They got Jacksonville State in Hattiesburg tomorrow night at 6 o'clock, and the Golden Eagles are a slight 3.5-point favorite in that ball game. And I say it every week, I pound my Charles Huff drum. Yeah. I think he is going to turn that thing around. But, folks, at Southern Miss, you got to financially support them. You got to get behind that football program because it takes dollars nowadays in this atmosphere we're in to win.
Absolutely. And if you're a Saints fan, get the brown bags out because we're going to need them for a couple of years.
I'm not covering the Saints tonight. That's pitiful.
I'm just flat saying they suck.
They're not very good. Oh, that's going to be an unfortunate thing, watching them get blown up by Buffalo on Sunday.
Oh, my God.
So, folks, that's going to wrap up our halftime shows. The teams are making their way back out to the field. Of course, our halftime show being brought to you by Snowden & Company Real Estate and the Madison Road Gallery by Woodstock Furniture. We're going to step away for a 2-minute break. When we return, we'll have kickoff of the third quarter. Lamar leading it 21-0 over Simpson. Back in 2 minutes here on 97 OKK.
Big Guns Professional Cleaning Services, LLC. We provide service to businesses throughout the community from a wide range of industries. At Big Guns Professional Cleaning Services, LLC, we offer an easy, affordable option to keep your business's facility clean. We're a locally owned and operated commercial cleaning service, providing complete cleaning services on a weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly basis. Plus, Big Guns Professional Cleaning Services can cater services to suit your needs and budget. We pay special attention to details to keep your business looking great. Our professional team will create a healthier environment for your office with our special vacuums that have 4-level filtration to give you incredibly clean and healthy indoor air quality. Our backpack vacuums capture up to 99% of pollen, viruses, dust mite, chemical residue, and bacteria. Leaves less dust in your working environment to collect on furniture and equipment. Also, this helps reduce the risk of respiratory infections. We offer free estimates, competitive pricing, and standards that are second to none. Let Big Guns Professional Cleaning Services, LLC go to work for you. Call William McNeil or Christine McNeil at 601-938-5595. Get a fresh start to the day. Call Big Guns Professional Cleaning Services, LLC.
Oh, you were smarter than that.
What?
I wouldn't.
Yeah, I got a contract. I got to follow it.
I know.
It'll probably be a quick match. It'll probably be an hour, and we'll be out of there. All right, folks, welcome back upstairs here as we're about set to begin the third quarter here tonight at Gray Cobb Field. Of course, third quarter activity being brought to you by All-Star Team Sports here in the broadcast booth. That will wrap up your halftime show. Once again, big thanks going out to the Madison Road Gallery by Woodstock and Snowden & Company Real Estate. As the Simpson Academy Cougars will get the football first, Drew, to start this third quarter. Yeah, I wouldn't say many adjustments for the Lamar Raiders after one half. I know a small little bump in the road to start with the turnover, which I forgot to mention this earlier, but it kind of followed the same theme as last week. You know, we turned it over twice last week, and what did the defense do? Answer the bell twice.
Right,
well, the defense answered the bell again tonight on the turnover early in the ball game. But from a Lamar standpoint, anything you tweak right now?
You know what, from a Lamar standpoint, man, defensively, no, you don't change anything. Offensively, what I want to see from Lamar's offense come out, put your foot on their dadgum throat and don't let up. Put this game where you don't give Simpson any hope that they can come back in this football game.
Well, I said back on Monday night at the coaches show, I made a deal with the players. If you were there, I made a deal when Coach Land's sitting right in front of me. I said, Coach, if they get a clock game on Friday night, do they get to roll the yard again? He said, whatever it takes to win. So if we get a clock game, I'll join them out there, and we'll roll some yards tonight. Look at me talking about going to roll a yard live on the radio.
Hey, if you want to go, that's fine. You go right in. I'm going to bed. I got to get up at 3:30 in the morning.
Sheriff Calhoun or Chief Sanders from the Meridian Police Department, the Sheriff's Department, like, listen to that guy up here saying he's going to roll a yard tonight. I know there's a lot of homecomings going on tonight, too. So pass the word. Everybody be responsible tonight.
Absolutely.
So.
Rob and I, we joke and play, but as Rob said, be responsible.
All right, we're underway here in the third quarter as Morrow's going to put toe to leather here, and we are underway with third quarter activity, and Simpson is going to drop a knee back inside the 25-yard line. My goodness, dropping the knee right there was Hayes Algie, the junior, and Drew, he had a lot of yards he could have played with, but, hey, he dropped a knee.
Yeah, I thought so too, man. I was kind of shocked to see him drop a knee right there, but nonetheless, Simpson Academy gets the ball first here in the third quarter as they trail our Lamar Raiders 21-0 with 11:57 left to go here in the first play here in the third quarter, and it's getting to a point offensively for Simpson. I mean, wouldn't be shocked if we see a few more passes, especially here on this opening drive for them.
Well, they're going to spread it out and act like they're going to pass it, but they will keep it on the ground. Pretty big hole at the middle here across the 30 up to around the 34-yard line. That was one of the rare occasions tonight where they had a big hole to run through right there on the line of scrimmage. That's going to be a nice gain of 9 yards on first down.
Yeah, nice open play offensively from Simpson, and a nice run up the middle for about 9 yards up at second down and 1.
And, folks, they do have it spread out. 2 receivers to the far side, 2 backs in the backfield, and they're going to get Lamar on a hard count. That doesn't happen too often. So that'll be a free first down here for Simpson. So not the way you want to start a 9-yard carry and not a 5-yard penalty.
No, not at all. And, move the sticks for Simpson as they spot the ball at the 39-yard line.
21-0 Lamar leading it. We're just underway here in the third quarter. Baldwin back to pass, fires it short. It's going to be caught here. Good gang tackling there by the Raiders. Morrow and company trying to rake the football free at the end of the play. Pass was caught there by Colt Walker, one of their young sophomores, and that's going to be a relatively short pickup, Drew, maybe 3.
Yeah, but what I liked about that right there, man, is, the defense for Lamar swarming to the football right there to limit it to a short pass game.
Yeah, line of scrimmage is going to be here on the near hash mark at the Simpson 42-yard line. Moving left to right with the football is the Cougars. 2 backs in the backfield with Baldwin in the shotgun. 2 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near. And they're going to hand it off here right into the scrum. And the wall of red jerseys for Lamar stops the back for maybe nothing right there.
And once again, the penetration from Lamar's defensive line in the backfield of Simpson Academy. Lamar's defensive line, for all practical purposes here tonight, they've been in the backfield so much. They've had enough time to build a 3-story mansion.
No doubt about it. All right, 3rd down and 8, and this is kind of where you want Simpson. You want them in a passing situation because they're a little bit behind schedule here on 3rd down and 8 here from around the Simpson 42-yard line. They will drop back to throw it as Baldwin. He's going to take off and run with it, but Brady got there and got a hand on his jersey and brought him down. Also getting in on the action was Caleb Randall, but Brady was the first man there with a hand on his shirt tail right there and held him to about a yard gain.
I thought when right there, I thought the quarterback from Simpson had something when he kept it and was attempted to run up the middle, but Brady got his big paw against the jersey right there and didn't let go. And boy, I tell you what, this is what you want to see from the Lamar's defense. They hold Simpson to three and out here to start the third quarter.
It'll be 4th and 7. They will jump into punt formation at around the 42.5. Got a couple of returners back here at about the 26. You got Troder and Slack back there. And Punt's nearly blocked there, but a nice hanging kick down to Slack. He fills at the 19. He's across the 20 to the 25. He's got some room across the 30 up to the 35-yard line, across the 40. Makes a big move, and he fumbled the football at the end of the play. Now, who came up with the football?
Simpson did.
Sure did. Simpson is going to recover the fumble on the kick return by Slack. He made a nice move here near the near sideline right in front of us, but he coughed up the football at the end of the play. So that will give the ball right back to the Cougars, and this time it's going to be the Lamar 49.
Well, it's unfortunate, but like I said, Lamar defense, they've got, like I said, answer the bell once again off a turnover. And let's see if we hold Simpson Academy to 3 and out. As I said, sooner or later, Simpson Academy's going to take a shot down the field, and I wouldn't be surprised if they do it right here.
9:12 left to go here in the third quarter. Lamar 21, Simpson Academy nothing. That's the second turnover of the night by the Raiders. 2 fumbles here tonight. From the Lamar 49, backwards pass. Double pass down the field. They got a man wide open down there, and they're going to make the catch and go into the end zone on the double pass for a touchdown. They caught Lamar with their britches around their ankles right there in a big way, and that is going to be a 49-yard touchdown on the double pass, and Simpson catches a snapping, and now it's a 2-score ball game.
Well, Simpson Academy, they set it up beautifully. Absolutely. Sometimes you just got to tip your cap on a play call, and they did it right there. an excellent job right there of execution. It was a double pass and nice throw, and an even better catch by the young man from Mendenhall. And just like that, folks, Simpson is back in the ball game. PAT incoming. Lamar winning 21-6.
All right, it's going to be Jack Ashmore in to hold it here for Hayes Algie, the junior. Snapback is clean. The kick is low, but it will get through for the PAT. So with 9:04 left to go here in the third quarter, Simpson puts the 0 off the board on the double pass touchdown. Lamar 21, Simpson 7 on the Will Sweat Alpha Insurance scoreboard. Back after this quick timeout here on 97 OKK.
Big Guns Professional Cleaning Services, LLC. We provide service to businesses throughout the community from a wide range of industries. At Big Guns Professional Cleaning Services, LLC, we offer an easy, affordable option to keep your business's facility clean. We're a locally owned and operated commercial cleaning service, providing complete cleaning services on a weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly basis. Plus, Big Guns Professional Cleaning Services can cater services to suit your needs and budget.
A double pass touchdown, 49 yards, and Simpson's on the board, folks, with just over 9 minutes to play here in the third quarter. 21-7 Raiders.
Yeah, I mean, going back, I mean, you couldn't have drawn it up any better on that double pass right there. And they called us with our pants down. Now we got to respond.
It's a short kickoff fielded by Slack, and he is going to juke and jive across the 40, trying to make another cut. Hang on to that football, Mr. Slack, and he will, and be dropped at the 42-yard line. So pretty decent field position here for Sully in the offense, leading by 2 scores.
All right, well, folks, we got us a ball game.
Well, we knew it was going to be this way.
So. You know, like I said, now, you know, Simpson has come out here in the third quarter and gave us a nice little open hand slap across the face, and now we've got to respond. So let's just wait and see. We got to answer their touchdown with one of our own.
3 receivers to the far side, none to the near side. Here's the handoff to Samuel Roberts. Big hole for Samuel. He's inside the 50 all the way down to about the Simpson 45-yard line, and we have got an injury, and this looks to be serious as we have a Simpson Academy young man down right at the Lamar 45. And I think this is going to be a pretty gruesome knee injury. So we're going to take a timeout here. I tell you what, let's take 2 minutes. Let's take a longer timeout here. 2 minutes. We got a pretty serious injury down on the field, and we'll return after the 2-minute break. Lamar 21, Simpson 7 here on 97 OKK. Play after the injury timeout is going to be a short pickup by Samuel Roberts, but the injured Cougar on the play, unfortunately, is Brady McKinney, one of their talented players there, Drew. And I heard a loud pop in my headset when the hit happened, and he had no power on that knee coming off the field.
Yeah, that obviously did not appear to look good. Let's just hope and pray that young man's going to be okay.
2nd and 9 after that handoff to Samuel Roberts. Ball at the Simpson 45-yard line now. Sully takes the snap, hands it off to Roberts again. Roberts is going to get down to near the 40-yard line. That'll be a pickup of nearly 5, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 4 upcoming.
Well, I tell you what, I mean, if you seen how hard Roberts is running the ball,
He's running good north and south.
That's what I'm trying to say. I mean, when he gets the handoff, there's no juking and jiving. He's going straight north and south.
Well, it's going to be his night because Kari Towner's on crutches and no uniform on the sideline. Yeah, I see an ice pack on his right ankle, no uniform on, off to our left, so his night is obviously done.
That is not good.
So we'll have to get an update at some point on that. Here's Sully on the zone read, and he is not going to get anything. He's going to lose yardage back to the 42, and all of a sudden now Simpson's got some momentum here as they're going to stop Lamar on third down. That's a loss of 1.5 yards here. It's going to be fourth down and just over 5 here. And things are getting interesting.
Yeah, and it appears that Coach Jacob Land is keeping the offense on the field right now on fourth down and 5 coming up. And if we don't get this here, Simpson Academy is going to have really good field position.
Sully in the shotgun on fourth down and 6. The line of scrimmage is at around the Simpson 42.5 here. You got to get down just shy of the 37 here, somewhere in that neighborhood. And Sully's got a lot of green to run with. Can he win the foot race? We got a flag, of course, and the play's not going to count as Sully goes out of bounds all the way down to the 22. And where the flag was thrown, obviously it's going to be a holding call on Lamar. So I would imagine they'll take the penalty, obviously, and then we'll be punting the football away.
Yeah, obviously you punt the ball now, and there is no decision about this.
Tough break there. There is the holding call from our head official, Chris Thompson, here tonight. So that will keep it at fourth down after the 10-yard mark off. And that will force Lamar, obviously, to punt the football here. Tough break.
Yep, no doubt about it. But, you know, your defense is, you punt the ball, you pin them deep in Simpson Academy's own territory. Your defense is playing really good and make Simpson Academy drive the whole field against you.
All right, Sully, of course, is the punter here. He'll be standing back at his own 35-yard line. Clean snap to him. Here's the kick, and they had some pretty good pressure coming on Sully, but what a kick by Reed all the way down to near the 10-yard line, and good coverage as well by that swarm of red jerseys down there. You had a couple of guys coming out of the pile right there. I see 51, and I also see Jackson Whitcomb coming out of there as well. So give Whitcomb some credit along with James Ross on good kick coverage.
I mean, just outstanding kick coverage right there by the Lamar special teams. And a nice punt right there by Sully. And Simpson Academy will start this offensive possession from their own 13-yard line.
6:30 left to go here in the third quarter. Lamar leading at 21-7 on the Will Sweat Alpha Insurance scoreboard.
Man, we've seen some good punts here tonight.
Both punters have done a marvelous job here tonight. Near hash mark as Simpson moves it left to right now, and they're going to hand it off here. Pretty decent hole up the middle there, and they're going to carry it up to near the 19, maybe the 20-yard line. Well, I tell you what, that was another nice hole paved the way there by the offensive line for the Cougars, and that's going to be a gain of about 7.
Yeah, no question about it. Nice little run right there off the left side. The young man, the running back, cut it back toward the middle of the field. A nice run of about 6-7 yards, set up a second down and 4 coming up. Watch a shot down the field here.
Baldwin, the 10th grader, in the shotgun. He's got 2 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near side, couple of backs in the backfield with him on this shotgun formation on second down and a long 3. Here's the handoff. Good cut back toward the middle of the field there by the Cougars. I believe that's Coulson once again. He'll cross the 25, get it up to the 26, and that'll once again move the chains for Simpson Academy.
Well, there's no question about it. This is a different Simpson Academy football team here in the second half. They've come out, and give them credit. They have come out and we got an official timeout on the field. We're going to keep things right here. Lamar leads 21-7. But, guys, I tell you, getting a little bit worrisome here because this is a different Simpson Academy football team here in the second half.
It obviously is. You know, Simpson got the ball first coming out of the locker room. Raiders stopped them fairly quickly, and the Raiders coughed the football up on the punt return fumble near midfield. And then the double pass makes it 21-7. And the Raiders can't do anything with the football and have to punt it away. And now Simpson's looking pretty good right now with a 1st and 10 after the nice run by Coulson just a few moments ago. So once again, line of scrimmage is resting right at the Simpson 25 as plays about to resume here in the third quarter. 21-7 Raiders We should be just a shade under 6 to go. Yeah, 5:44 to go here in the third quarter.
We got a 2-score ball game.
Yeah.
I mean, this game is far from over, and like I said, we're a big passing play away from Simpson Academy from this thing getting even closer potentially. So, folks, we better get it going.
Better tighten up.
Better tighten up,
yeah,
no doubt about it.
I'm not going to slice and dice it when it comes to this Simpson Lamar thing.
Absolutely.
All right, ball is resting just a shade inside the 26 for Simpson on 1st and 10 as play resumes. Baldwin's going to throw the football out there to the edge. Got a receiver out there, and he's going to get it across the 30 up to around the 32-yard line. Morrow and company came in to make the tackle along with Jaquan Slack, and that'll be a pickup of about 5, maybe 6 yards.
And, guys, it's not long. Simpson Academy, they can score points. They were up huge last Friday night against Wayne Academy. They scored 42 points. So, it's not like they can't score and move the ball.
Simpson has not turned it over yet tonight. And they've protected the football, and can they let one slip away right here maybe? They're not this time, as they're going to run across the 35 up to around the 38-yard line. This time it is Wyatt Fortenberry on the carry. Move the chains again for the Cougars, 1st and 10.
They were up 3 or 4 scores last week against Wayne Academy, going into halftime. And in the second half, the only reason why Wayne got back in the ball game is because they turned the ball over. Simpson turned the ball over.
We got a flag before the snap, and was there some motion here? And, yes, that is going to be the call, a false start on Simpson. Had a couple of receivers moving. They missed that one earlier, but that penalty marker is going to be powered by Citizens National Bank, be 1st and 15.
Yeah, right now, like I said, Lamar defense, they got to come up, step up. Maybe let's make a play, get a turnover, a fumble, interception, something. Because right now the momentum has shifted to Simpson here in the third quarter.
1st and 15, ball spotted just inside the 33-yard line in Cougar territory. Baldwin releases the football. Man, that was a fastball out there to the far side. This is his best throw of the night, and I believe he got Walker on the completion. They'll get the penalty yardage back and a couple of more, and that'll bring up 2nd down and 9. Boy, that had some heat on it right there.
No, it sure did. A nice little stop route on the far side of the field by the wide receiver from Simpson, and got the penalty yardage back, 2nd down and 10.
4:35 remaining here in the third quarter. Things have tightened up here at Gray Cobb. Lamar leading at 21-7 over Simpson. Baldwin back to pass again. Pump fakes, looking down the field, but he's got pressure bearing down on him, and Lamar trying to sack him, but somehow Baldwin's going to get away. That'll go down as a sack for Lamar, as Baldwin did run out of bounds, lost some yardage back to around the – wow, they got him all the way back, losing yardage inside the 35.
Yeah, they must have stepped out of bounds.
He did.
But that's what you call a nice coverage sack, because there was nobody open down the field.
Well, they pump faked, and Jalen Troder didn't bite on the pump fake, as he was on his man one-on-one down the field. Raiders are going to make a change as Benson Oates is going to check into the ball game in the secondary now. It'll be 3rd down and just over 15 yards to go here. Line of scrimmage is back inside the 35 now for Simpson. They got 3 wide receivers down here to the near side. Pressure coming on here. Ball is completed up the field. It's going to be short of a 1st down. Algie makes the catch in traffic across the 45 to the 46, and now it's going to be 4th down and 2.
Yeah, like I said, that was a throw right across the middle, and I thought Slack was right there. I thought he might possibly intercept that, but another quality catch by the young man from Simpson, and we got a 4th down and 2 coming up.
And they will go from their own 46-yard line on 4th and 2. Don't bite on the hard count here, boys. And the Raiders stay disciplined right there. Play clock is at 12 as they check over to Coach Mangum for a fresh play. They may take a timeout.
I think they are.
Yep, and Simpson will take a timeout. So we'll take it with them here, folks. 21-7 Lamar, 3:41 to go in the third quarter. A big 4th down play coming up for Simpson after this here on 97 OKK.
Big Guns Professional Cleaning Services, LLC. We provide service to businesses throughout the community from a wide range of industries. At Big Guns Professional Cleaning Services, LLC, we offer an easy, affordable option to keep your business's facility clean. We're a locally owned and operated commercial cleaning service, providing complete cleaning services on a weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly basis. Plus, Big Guns Professional Cleaning Services can cater services to suit your needs and budget.
Big fourth down coming up here for the Lamar defense. It'll be fourth down. We're going to call it. They've got it spotted just beyond the Simpson 45. Drew, it looks like where the down marker is at.
It's almost close to 3 yards.
It's almost close to 3. They're going to have to get a sliver of the 48 here. So we're going to call it a short 3 coming up. Fourth and a short 3.
Well, like I said, depending on the formation from offensive that Simpson comes out with, this is kind of like that, that where you show run and then you just that little tight end dump pass out in the flat, because they had that open a couple times in the first half.
Good Lord, we could have a board meeting right now. This is the longest timeout I can ever remember at Gray Cobb Field.
I mean, come on.
We can draw up 10 plays in the sand right now. Good grief, this is a long timeout. Jacob Land's even asking about it. It's like, man, this is a long timeout for the Simpson offense here.
But then again, you're at that kind of that spot in the field where you've already hit us with one trick play. Do you have another one in your bag?
Well, they got plenty of time to draw one up over there.
Absolutely.
Good Lord, this timeout is still going. What is taking so long on a timeout? Whistle it for play.
Well, yeah, they said, that's it. Let's go.
I mean, good 9-11. The play clock is running. Good for Chris Thompson there. I should have done that several seconds ago. Play clock is running now. They may get a delay of game here. The Raiders better get out there defensively as they run up to the ball here, and they're going to try to catch Lamar napping right here. Here's the snap, and the Raiders are not going to get the stop. Coulson just got enough and then some inside the 45. I think that was designed by Simpson to catch us off guard, and Lamar once again got caught with their britches down.
Yep, they did. We were not set. I was wondering because if we were going to call a timeout there, because we were not ready to play there on fourth down and 3.
Tell you what, folks, things are getting a little uneasy now. With 3:33 to go here in the third quarter, Lamar is up by 2 scores, but it feels a lot tighter than that right now.
No question. I mean, because right now the Uncle Mo is clearly on Simpson's sideline right now.
From the Lamar 45, moving left to right are the Cougars, and now we got a whistle before the snap here. And did Lamar call a timeout?
I don't know. We'll see. I don't know.
Or did we have another one of those inadvertent whistles again?
I think we got a flag here on the near side.
Okay, I see it down here on the near side. Okay.
I think, yep.
Illegal substitution on the Raiders. Wow. Too many men on the field. Boys, mental mistake there. 1st and 5. My goodness.
Yeah, I mean, just right now, I mean, this is somebody from Lamar is going to have to step up and make a play.
So it's 1st and 5 from the Lamar 40 now. Here's Coulson on the handoff. He'll be stacked up at about the 49, or excuse me, the 39 rather. My apologies. It'll be a gain of about 1.5 yards, 2nd down and 4.
I mean, like I said, it's getting pretty. Like I said, with 2:50 left to go here in the third quarter, Lamar leads 21-7. But this has been a quarter, guys, to be quite honest with you, Simpson's owned. I mean, they've made some plays and here in the third quarter, and they've gotten back in this ball game and driving again.
2nd and 4 from the Lamar 39. Playbook is wide open for Mangum and company right here. Baldwin back to pass, pump fake down the field. Slack has his back turned, but I think he still made the catch anyway.
Oh, my gosh.
Walker made the catch all the way down to the 5-yard line, and just like that, it is now 1st and goal for Simpson down at the Lamar 5, folks. Lamar and Simpson, this is turning out to be another wacky one, and this time it's 20-25.
I mean, that was just I was defended pretty well. I mean, the young man from Simpson just did a great job of catching the football. And, guys, I'm telling you, we better wake up.
All right, Baldwin's going to lead the troops out there. They're actually going to go into their heavy formation as Coulson's going to take the direct snap here. They started with this offense earlier tonight, and Coulson is going to be slung down. I don't think he got much of anything. I think he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage as Willis and company gobbled him up.
Yeah, I mean, they tried that little opposite run play to the left side. They started right and switched back left, and Lamar did a nice job of defending the play. And it's a second down. Did he get back to the line? No, it was actually no gain on the play.
Well, they gave him a yard. They gave him to the 4.
Okay. So
Mims and Troder are going to check in defensively now. For a second and goal from the 4. Coulson behind those heavy blockers. Actually, they're going to go under center with Baldwin. They're going to hand it to him straight downhill here. And it is a stack-up job at about the 3-yard line. That's like a rugby scrum down there at the 3. So now it's going to be 3rd down and goal at the 3-yard line.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like I said, they just lined up under center right there in I formation and tried to run off the right side, and we did a really good job right there.
They're going to bring in some more personnel, Will Simpson, folks. We are at a minute and a half to go here in the third quarter. Lamar 21, Simpson 7, but Simpson is knocking on the door. 3rd and goal from around the 3.5-yard line.
Like I said, I don't.
They got another late sub here. They're having some substitution issues here as they break the huddle. They almost broke the huddle with too many men on the field. 3rd down and goal from the 3.5. Man in motion here. And Baldwin is going to get away, and he is still on his feet, and he is walloped. He absolutely got annihilated at the 3-yard line. If I had $1 to bet, I bet that was probably Brown or someone.
Yeah, I think it was Brown. I thought the young man, the quarterback, was going to get out of the way, get out of that scrum, and Brown came over from his linebacker position and laid some serious wood right there. And we got a 4th down and goal situation, ball spot, I think around the 4-yard line.
And we are going to have a timeout called by Simpson. They have just burned their 2nd timeout of this second half, and we're going to keep things right here, folks, because this is obviously the biggest play of the night so far.
All right, no question. I mean, right now with Simpson, with all the momentum on Simpson's sideline, they got a 4th and goal coming up at the Lamar 4-yard line. A stop here would be, that would be gigantic here for Lamar. Let's be honest with you guys. Here in the third quarter, Lamar has just completely sleptwalk through this third quarter, to be kind of to say it lightly. And Simpson has, you look up and they've cut a 21-0 deficit to 21-7, and they've got a 4th and goal at the Lamar 4 right here.
Actually, it's the 3, Drew.
At the 3? Okay.
Yeah, it's right at the 3.
Okay, all right. So, a score here, and folks, things are going to really get interesting here at Gray Cobb Field. And I knew Simpson was going to bring their A-plus game.
Yeah.
They always throw the records out. It is Lamar and Simpson. And Simpson did not quit. They came out in the third quarter, and they punched us around. And we've got to make a play.
Crowd's getting alive down here in front of us. Here we go. 4th down and goal from the 3 as the Raider faithful are getting behind the Whiting defense here. 4th and goal from the 3. Biggest play of the night here. Baldwin in the shotgun. Coulson off to his left. Here's the snap. He is going to pitch it, and the ball is fumbled, and it is recovered by the Raiders. And coming up with the recovery is going to be Hamp Harala. He gets the recovery. Drew, they tried some trickeration on the pitch play, and they didn't pitch it cleanly, and Lamar recovered it.
The slot receiver for Simpson was coming around on a reverse, and the quarterback tried to pitch it to him, and it was the slot receiver fumbled the ball.
What a big break for Lamar when they needed it. Now, if they execute the play cleanly, I don't know if they get into the end zone anyway. It had been close.
Like I said, the wide receiver, he pitched it to him, and I don't know if he got the ball.
after the fumble recovery by Harala. Play action fake by Sully at the 6. Ball is caught by Whitcomb across the 20. He's off to the races up the far sideline, and he'll be ankle tackled up at around the 37-yard line. First down Lamar, first down Raiders, powered by David Neal's Express Pharmacy.
All right, now you start throwing the ball.
Darn right.
You start throwing the ball. You take advantage of this weak secondary from Simpson. Let's quit messing around here.
Ball's going to be spotted at the Lamar 37-yard line. What a stop by the defense when you desperately needed it to secure some momentum here.
That was a nice curl right there to Whitcomb.
21 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. Reed takes the snap, play action fake, rolls down here to the near side, still looking, and he is going to throw the football. And we got a flag down at the end of the play as Sully threw it into the bench right here with 14 seconds remaining. And what's the laundry about?
Did we have an illegal man downfield?
That's the only thing I could think.
I think we might have had an offensive lineman trying to block, but he may have been down the field.
Well, they are marking the football backwards, so that's the only thing I can think. We still haven't seen what the call was, and now we're going to get the call here. Yep, illegal man downfield. So somebody got beyond that magical line there, too far down the field, and it'll be a 1st and 15.
Like I said, we got to open up the offense down the field. We got to exploit this secondary from Simpson. We've had some shots.
1st and 15 from the 32. Now another penalty flag down. Man, we are hemorrhaging with penalty flags here tonight. False start on the Raiders, 1st and 20.
We just a different football team, guys, here in the second half, man. But this is one of those halves you just kind of, like I said, you scratch your head,
I'll go on record here. Take the prep game off the boards here. I think this may be one of our worst quarters of the season.
Yeah, it's like I said, we've had a good stretch of good football, but this third quarter has been kind of, it's serious.
7.2 seconds remaining. Will the Raiders get a snap off before we go to the well, we're not, because it was someone who jumped into the neutral zone, or did the Raiders move?
No, they jumped.
That penalty marker against Simpson will be powered by Citizens National Bank. We've had a lot of flags to choose from tonight. So now it was 1st and 20. Let's go back a few more yards, 1st and 15.
Well, like I said, it's been a little while since we've gotten Jalen Troder the football, and
that's going to send us to the 4th, Drew.
Well, folks, we knew it. Simpson has brought Simpson and Lamar. It's going into the 4th quarter. Lamar leads 21-7. We're going to take a 1 minute timeout. You're listening to Lamar Raider football right here on 97 OKK.
Well, folks, we head to the 4th quarter tonight here at Gray Cobb Field. Lamar leading at 21-7. Raiders did not score a single digit in that third quarter.
Yeah, that third quarter, Lamar, let's be honest with you, Lamar was very flat. They were very lackadaisical, and, folks, we got a football game.
Raiders moving left to right here, 1st and 15. Here's the handoff to Tyler Brown. He lowers his head, and he'll get it up to around the 35-yard line. That's going to be a pickup of just a handful, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. I'm going to call it about 12 here.
Yeah, like I said, that third quarter, guys, did we even – I don't know if Jalen Troder – did Jalen Troder even catch the ball?
Didn't touch it. Did not touch it.
That's got to change here soon.
All right, 2nd down and 12 here for Sully in the offense. Line of scrimmage is at the Lamar 35-yard line here on the near hash mark, moving left to right here with the Raiders leading at 21-7. We just started the 4th quarter. Play action fake. Sully's running out of room here. He's going to release the football up to Whitcomb, and Whitcomb's going to make the catch. He's carrying a defender with him up to near midfield. First down, Raiders, powered by David Neal's Express Pharmacy. Nice play.
Yep, and nice little stop route here on the near sideline by Whitcomb made the throw a lot easier for Sully Reed, and second effort was able to move the sticks for Lamar.
From the 50-yard line, when you desperately needed it, you got a nice play to Whitcomb. Boy, Whitcomb's had a big ball game tonight.
I've noticed that, like I said, watched where they're defending Jalen Troder on the far side of the field. They've got they had on the last play they had a corner, and then they had a safety hip over the top.
From the 50, here's the handoff to Brown, and Brown is at the 45-40, and he's going to lower his head and rumble,
the ball.
and he fumbled the football. Fumbled the football, and Simpson recovers it. That is the 3rd Lamar turnover. All fumbles. I think they just took it out of Tyler's hands. I think they just snatched the football right out of Brown's hands, and now Simpson has got more life here. 21-7 Lamar, 3rd Raider turnover with 11:17 to go in the ball game.
What did we say during the pregame, Robbie? They say if we sit here and we look up, we have 3 or 4 turnovers, we have double-digit turnovers. We're going to look up in the 4th quarter, and we're going to have a ball game. Well, We've had our 3rd turnover.
We got a ball game.
We've had almost double-digit turnovers, and we've got ourselves a football game.
3 turnovers to Simpson, 0 turnovers. Wow. 43-yard line for Simpson as they have ball control now. Right to left they go, and Baldwin is running for his life, and he is going to throw the football, and it is caught. Walker caught it somehow, some way, and he's going to get it up to the 50, and he is still on his feet down to the Lamar 45, still fighting for yardage, and he's still on his feet down to the 40.
Explain to me how they didn't get hit with an illegal man downfield. There's a flag.
There is a flag down. I was waiting on it. We couldn't see it because of the Lamar sideline down here with all the players in front of the flag. So this play will not count because I was kind of like you. There was about 2 or 3 guys downfield.
Oh, my God. I mean, they had half the offensive line down the field. So, but, yeah, they did catch it, and a penalty on Simpson, and that'll back them up 5 yards. It'll be 1st and 15.
Well, I tell you what, it has not been the most aesthetically pleasing ball game tonight with these penalty markers by both schools.
No, absolutely. I mean, it's some really bad penalties here tonight on both sides.
So erase the play, and that'll make it 1st and 15 back at the Simpson 38 now. Lamar 21, Simpson 7, but it feels a lot closer than that. Baldwin's going to dump it out of the backfield to Coulson as Morrow trying to chase him down along with a couple of other defenders, and Coulson's going to step out of bounds up at around the 46-yard line. And Simpson, their fans reacted to something over there. You know, we pushed him out of bounds over there by their bench, and you know how that goes on that side, Drew.
Well, like I said, Lamar just not even pay attention to all that.
Don't let him bait you.
Like I said, a 1st and 15 now is turned in, a 2nd down and 7 coming up.
From the Simpson 46 now, Baldwin back to pass, looks, fires, and it is caught. 40, 35. Brown will push him out of bounds. A helmet comes off at the end of the play. I think that was Brown's helmet at the end of the play, and that's a big gainer down the field. And, Drew, going back to that play, Troder tried a diving interception attempt, and the dive did not pay off, and that really burnt Lamar down there for a big gainer.
No doubt about it. I mean, it was a risk-reward type decision by Troder, and right there, you know, Simpson was able to catch the football, turn it up the field, and got a big pass. And once again, Simpson Academy is at the Lamar 20 near the Lamar 25-yard line.
And they're going to hand off to Coulson, and he's trying to break free. This young man's been a handful tonight. He's going to be gang tackled by about 3 Raiders. Pick your Raider. Morrow led the charge right there, as usual. And I think Caleb Randall might have been in there as well, but that's going to be no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 2nd down and 10. Yeah,
absolutely. A nice defensive play, a swarming defense right there by Randall and a few others. And, folks, I tell you, man, this is getting kind of nervous here at Greg Cobb Field with 10 minutes left to go in the ball game. Lamar leads 21-7, but this has been a different Simpson football team here in the second half.
Second down and 10 for the Cougars. They'll have it at the Lamar 26-yard line, moving from the far hash right to left on second and 10. Baldwin back to throw, fires it down the middle of the field, wide open. Touchdown, wide, stinking open down the middle part of the field. I don't know if that was a bust or whatever it might have been, but Walker was wide open in the end zone, and all of a sudden, it's a one-score ball game.
We got burnt. I mean, it was a double move, and we took the first move, and he cut it up. The wide receiver went up the field.
So 21-13, and that is going to be a touchdown pass of, I believe, about 25 yards on the score there, somewhere in that neighborhood. And this is a big point coming up right here. Algie will be the place kicker to attempt the extra point. Be nice if Lamar could get one of their paws up and try to block this thing to make it an 8-point game instead. Snap back, we're waiting on it. It's clean. The kick is on the way.
No
It's
good.
a no. Is it no good? No good. That's a miss. That's a big extra point miss right there. So mark that down with 9:41 to go in the ball game. But it's tight on the Will Sweat Alpha Insurance scoreboard. Lamar 21, Simpson 13. Folks, don't you go anywhere. Back with more Raider football after this on 97 OKK.
Big Guns Professional Cleaning Services, LLC. We provide service to businesses throughout the community from a wide range of industries. At Big Guns Professional Cleaning Services, LLC, we offer an easy, affordable option to keep your business's facility clean. We're a locally owned and operated commercial cleaning service, providing complete cleaning services on a weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly basis. Plus, Big Guns Professional Cleaning Services can cater services to suit your needs and budget.
Well, folks, we got a heck of a finish coming up here tonight. There's a lot of frustration on this Lamar sideline by the defense, but, hey, Raiders still up on the scoreboard, 21-13, Drew, but me and you have had a front row seat for all these, and this is nothing surprising.
Why would any of this in the second half shock you? I mean, this is Lamar and Simpson. We've kept them in the ball game with 3 turnovers. We've had close to 10 penalties in the game, and what do you know? We got us a ball game in the fourth quarter. Lamar's just we're going to have to make some plays and survive here tonight.
A little pooch kick is going to be returned by the Raiders. That is Brady on the return all the way down to the Simpson 45. They tried one of those little air pooch kicks down to the 35, and Brady, he just ran it down the field for a nice gainer to the 45 on the kick return.
Well, they thought the kickoff team from Simpson, they thought he was just going to fair catch it, and they kind of quit playing, and Brady just he took the ball and got it upfield, and we've got really good field position here to start this drive at the Simpson Academy 45-yard line, and folks,
Dadgummit, this is a big drive right here.
A gigantic drive offensively coming up.
From the Simpson 45, the Raiders have not scored since the second quarter. It's been a long drought here. The Raiders scored all 21 of their points in the second quarter tonight. Left to right goes Sully in the offense from the Simpson 45. Sully running for his life again, stops on a dime and throws it incomplete at the shoe tops of Whitcomb, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
Yeah, I mean, just not a really good throw right there by Sully Reed. Whitcomb was running a square in across the middle, was wide open, and right there it appeared to me that Sully didn't really set his feet good right there and threw a dirt ball into the ground. 2nd down and 10, and folks, if you're just tuning in, Lamar led 21-0 at the half, but Simpson has come out in the second half and looked like a completely different football team, and have scored 13 points here in the second half, and we got ourselves a 21-13 ball game.
Trips to the far side for the Raiders. Randall's going to be your H-back right here. He goes in motion to the far side of the line of scrimmage right here, and Jacob Land did not like something he saw personnel-wise or formation-wise, and he will take a timeout. We'll take it with him with 9:27 to go in the ball game. We got a big finish coming. Lamar 21, Simpson 13. Back after this on 97 OKK. After the Lamar timeout, Lamar will have 2 timeouts remaining in the ball game. Simpson has 1, so keep up with that at home as we go to 2nd down and 10 for the Raiders at the Simpson 45.
Yeah, I would like to see us. I mean, I know it didn't work on the first down play, but I want us to go back to taking advantage of the middle of the field because it's open.
Troder in motion, and they're going to fake the pitch to him. Sully's under a lot of pressure here, and he is going to throw the football up the field to Troder somehow, some way. A little Brett Favre throw, and the ball comes free. The ball came free, and that is the 4th Lamar turnover.
And we got a catastrophe. Oh, I thought Sully was hurt. Oh, my God.
4 turnovers. Folks, the art of an upset is happening. When you have a ton of penalties, a ton of turnovers, this is the art of an upset.
It's been a complete meltdown here in the second half. That's all you can say.
When you got Troder fumbling one, that really just tells you it's one of those nights right now.
We've got to, somehow, some way, we have got to make a couple plays here. I don't care who it is, get out of this game and get a victory. I mean, right now, we have got to forget what has happened here in the second half, and somebody, I don't care what side of the ball, somebody's got to make a play.
4 turnovers by Lamar, none by Simpson. Does Simpson have a turnover in him right here? A chance to maybe go down and tie it. Remember, it's an 8-point ball game. Baldwin, plenty of time to throw it. He's slinging it down the field right here, and Lamar's going to be guilty of a hold. There was no doubt about it. Slack was riding the jersey down the field, and that's going to be a defensive hold right there.
Yeah, and I mean, that was, and honestly, I don't mind it.
Yeah.
I thought that Slack was beat on the far side.
And they're going to call it pass interference, but holding pass interference, either one.
I mean, like I said, he was beat, and he reached out and grabbed the young man, no doubt about it, moved. But that was a potentially, that was a potentially game tying flag right there because that was smart actually by Slack because he was actually beat and reached out and grabbed the wide receiver.
From the Lamar 49, 1st and 10 Simpson. Lamar 21, Simpson 13. 9 minutes to go in the ball game. They're going to keep it on the ground, and that's going to be a swarm of red jerseys to take down the running back. That was Brown and a couple of others there. They may have lost a yard back to the 50, 2nd and 11.
Yeah, I mean, right there, sitting here looking at Simpson, the way they've thrown the ball in the second half, where was this in the first half?
I told you they can sling it when they want to, but yeah.
I don't understand because this is a completely different football team offensively in the second half.
2nd and 11, 3 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side. Baldwin is going to throw it, and it is complete to Coulson, and he is going to be taken out of bounds. They're going to mark him down at about the 43, and that's going to bring up a ginormous 3rd down here for the Simpson offense. 3rd down and about 3.5 to 4 yards.
Well, we hit 3rd down and 3 or 4. From Simpson's standpoint, they've got their coaching staff saying, okay, we got 2 plays to pick up.
No doubt.
This first down, so we don't have to pick it up here on the 3rd down.
Big play for this defense for Lamar here.
But I tell you, we've got to get some heat in Simpson Academy's backfield.
Well, they're going to go into that heavy package here on 3rd and 4. Coulson behind the blockers, and he is going to be short. No, he squirted free. The Raiders still can't bring him down. Rugby scrum all the way down inside the 25 to the 23. They had him stopped at the 40, and somehow the line kept moving down to the 22. How in the world?
I don't know how he got out. I thought we had him behind at the about 2 yards short, and somehow he was able to squirt out, and we just couldn't bring him down. And next thing you know, 15 yards later, Simpson Academy has got a first down at the near the Lamar about 22-yard line.
They're going to go back into that heavy package again, and they're going to run it to the right side this time. The Raiders will stack him up near the 20-yard line, maybe a gain of 1, 2 at most. All right, folks, let's reset it here. Lamar 21, Simpson 13, with 7:44 left to go in the ball game. The clock is moving after that play.
Yeah, right now Lamar defensively, like I said, you know, this is, you know, you think back in the first half and, you know, how they ran the ball. Now all that running the ball in the first half is paying dividends.
All right, here's Coulson again on the handoff, and he is going to be stacked up near the 20. I tell you what, it's going to take the National Guard to take him down tonight, as he might have got a yard at most. And now they're going to bring their skill guys in. We've seen this all night on 3rd down and 8.
Well, I mean, we've seen, you know, in the second half that Simpson can sling it, and our defensive backs have got to know their assignment right here. They cannot give up a play. Keep everything in front of them.
All right, Baldwin will be in the shotgun. He's got 4 receivers, 3 to the far side, 1 to the near side. Actually, check that, 2 to the near side, so 5 wide receivers. Baldwin back to throw. He's got plenty of time. He's going to take off and run with it, and he's got the first down and more. Shakes free, and he's all the way down to the 1. They are a touchdown and a 2-point conversion away from knotting this game up, folks. What a complete and utter change of a football game.
Oh, it's just here in the second half. I mean, Lamar is just as, I mean, they're flat. I mean, it's unbelievable. I don't know if we thought here in the second half that we had the game won, but we got a different football team here in the second half. And Simpson has come out in the second half like a house on fire and have completely flipped the momentum of this football game.
From the 1, Baldwin will go under center, and he will get behind the offensive line and score from a yard out, I believe. And still no indication. Yes, he did get in. 1-yard score, and now the 2-point conversion upcoming here with 6:10 left to go in the ball game. And Simpson is a 2-point conversion away from erasing a 3-touchdown deficit.
Yeah, I mean, they have Simpson, everything that went wrong for Simpson in the first half has gone right for him in the second half.
It's a tale of 2 halves here tonight, folks.
I mean, complete night and day. And, of course, obviously, Simpson's going to line up and go for 2 here.
They're going to take their last timeout, Will Simpson, because they know this is the play of the ball game right here. So they're going to burn their last timeout right here. So remember that, folks. Simpson is now out of timeouts because if you remember, Drew, they took 2 timeouts on that one drive earlier back in the 3rd. So they burned their last one. Now Lamar officially has 2 left in the bucket going down the stretch right here.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I said, I mean, that's a big stat that we need to keep an eye on. As like I said, you know, with now Simpson out of timeouts. Well, folks, I tell you, man, this has been a completely different football game here in the second half as Simpson has come storming back and scored 19 unanswered here in the second half, and they're a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up. And folks, I tell you, this is a win or lose. This is a lesson learned by our guys.
Well, the bottom line is you hear the old cliche all the time when you have a lot of penalties, a lot of turnovers. That's the art of an upset, and that's the formula you need. And Simpson is trying to get a 2-point conversion, at least tie the ball game. 2-point conversion coming up here after the Simpson timeout. Baldwin in the shotgun. Biggest play of the night right here for both teams. Baldwin and did timeout Lamar. So Coach Whiting is livid on his defense right now.
He is losing his mind.
So something personnel did not go right there. So now Lamar is down to 1 timeout. Wow. So Lamar had to take their second timeout on the 2-point conversion.
I mean, it's just, I mean, right there. I mean, how do you come out of a timeout not, I don't know.
Yeah, that was the opposing team taking the timeout, and then Lamar had to take one.
That's inexcusable. But you know that's been the second half for Lamar. I don't know.
It's a head scratcher here tonight for sure. All right, so the 2-point conversion will be lined up after the timeout by the Raiders. Now the game clock, folks, is at 6 minutes and 10 seconds. So the only timeout left by either club is in the hands of Lamar. Simpson is out of them. But right now the game is in the balance here on this 2-point try. Now if Simpson doesn't get it, it's not the end of the world for them because they have all the momentum in their corner, obviously. But for Lamar, obviously, you don't want to get into a tie situation because that's really going to put the clamps down on you even harder right here.
No, ain't no question about it. I mean, it's like I said, you know, for even like you said, even if Simpson doesn't get it, I mean, we still got 6+ minutes left to go in the ball game.
And the only advantage Lamar has in that situation is Simpson cannot stop the clock again. So that's and they may line it for an onside. We'll cross all of that when we get there. So there's a lot of what ifs on the table right now. All right, 2-point conversion play here. I think we've all had enough time to think about this 2-point play, I think. Simpson lines up for 2 to try to tie the ball game with 6+ to go here in the ball game. Man in motion from the far side. And Baldwin is going to dump it out of the backfield. Another attempted double pass. It's picked off by Lamar, and Lamar's running the other direction with it, and the ball is going to be dead regardless. You can't return it for another score right there. So Lamar is going to pick off that ball, and the 2-point conversion goes by the boards.
Gigantic stop there by the Lamar defense. When everything is going wrong for us here in the second half, that was a gigantic stop right there on the 2-point conversion by Lamar's defense right there.
All right, we're going to keep things right here. I know we usually take a commercial break, but right now the way this thing is going, we're going to kind of put those to the side for right now.
All right, now, offensively, you know, you cannot be conservative offensively. If you're Coach Jacob Lynn, you've got to continue to throw the ball, mix in a run or two here and there, and let's see if we can move the sticks.
All right, and if I'm the special teams unit right here, I would have all of my ducks in a row right here. I'm not saying that they would kick an onside kick. That would be crazy to do that with 6 minutes to go in the ball game, but you just need to be aware. Just have everybody up just in case. That's exactly what Lamar's doing. They're bringing a lot of folks up here. Because, Drew, I'm like you. The way this rivalry's gone over the years, anything is possible.
No doubt. I mean, the way this second half has gone, the way we've had Butterfingers here in the second half, who knows what's getting ready to happen.
All right, it's going to be Lane kicking it off. Now, the ball is angled toward the right side of the field over there.
This is an onside kick.
I think this is going to be an onsider. And there is the onside kick, and Lamar is going to run up and catch it. Lamar ran up there and catch the football just beyond the 50-yard line. And, Drew, regardless, it didn't go 10 yards anyway.
Yeah, it went like I said, it went about 8 yards. But, man, that was a gutsy decision by Mr. Ross to come out there.
How about James Ross right there? What a play by James on special teams.
Who knows? That potentially could be the play of the game.
And James has played good on special teams tonight. Played really good. You know, he's on that tackle earlier on another kick. So, big play there by Ross.
Well, I tell you what.
Dadgummit, put this thing to bed because I'm getting nervous.
I've been nervous because I saw this coming, first the way Simpson opened up the third quarter. But we have just been in the second half a completely different football team, and not in a good way. Folks, you're just tuning in. Lamar led 21-0 at the halftime break, but Simpson has come out like a house on fire and taken advantage of multiple Lamar turnovers here in the second half, and we've got 4 turnovers for the ball game to this point. But right now, here's the story. We got to put this game away right here. Forget all the nonsense.
From the Simpson 47, it's going to be Sully Reed on the quarterback keeper, and he's going to get it down to the 43. That's going to gain about 4 yards. Now, the bottom line here is you're keeping it on the ground. That's running clock because Simpson cannot stop it because they're out of timeouts.
Right. Well, right now, I mean, we are one big offense, a big explosive play from putting this game out of reach. Jalen Troder, guys, has been quiet. The only time he's touched the ball in the second half was the time that he caught it the last offensive possession and he fumbled it.
2nd down and 6. Here's the handoff to Brown, and Simpson comes in and just annihilates him. That's a loss of 2, and now this thing just got pretty darn interesting. 3rd down and 8 here for the Lamar offense at the Cougar 45. Oh, my goodness.
Well, I mean, guys, this is potentially, 3rd down and 8 coming up for Lamar. We don't pick up a 1st down right here, we're in trouble.
just to the right side of the Lamar scripted logo on the Cougar 45. Lamar will look to throw the football. Sully steps up. He's going to try to run for it, and Sully is going to be short. He's going to be dropped down inside the 40, and now it's going to be 4th down and about 2.5, maybe 3. What will Jacob Land do here?
Well, he's going for it, guys. He's going for it. Like I said, ball spotted at the Simpson Academy 39-yard line. You got 4th down and 2 coming up, and like I said, he made that decision early.
Muscle package is in there with Morrow and Brown on 4th down and about 2. Remember, Lamar's got a timeout in their pocket if they want to use it here with 7 seconds on the play clock. Sully may try a hard count. Nope, we're going. Here's Brown, and Brown gets the first down all the way down to the 35-yard line. First down, Lamar. First down, Raiders, powered by David Neal's Express Pharmacy. What can Brown do for you?
Well, I tell you what, man, that was a big 4-yard run right there by Mr. Brown right there. He just took the handoff right there, lowered his shoulder, and absolutely ran over a linebacker from Simpson right there. And second effort picked up a big, and I mean big, first down for Lamar.
All right, clock is now under 4 minutes. Raiders are in no hurry right here. They will break huddle with 8 on the play clock. Muscle package stays in with Morrow and Brown. They'll keep it on the ground with Brown. And look at this. Brown is inside the 30, just running folks over down to the 27-yard line. That is a pickup of nearly 6-7 yards.
I'll just say it, dude. Those last 2 plays, he's running pissed off.
Yeah, I think so. I think so.
I'm sorry. That's just the facts of life right now.
7-yard gain by Tyler Brown. He says, the heck with it. I'm doing it. 2nd down and 3. Clock at 3:20 here. Morrow blocking for Brown in the muscle package. And Sully is going to let the clock run there, Sully.
Yeah.
Here's the handoff to Brown again, and Brown is going to be tripped up this time. He will get about 1.5 yards, and it will bring up a 3rd down and a full yard to go, just shy of the Simpson 25.
But that second effort, if you look at it, we got a third down and a 2 coming up right now. But I want to bring up something you just said. We snapped the ball with like 10 seconds left on the play clock.
We got to turn some clock.
We got to be aware of that because that is important.
Well, now we're breaking huddle. There's 22 seconds on the play clock.
All right, there you go. Good job. That's Sully, right now, he's in no hurry.
Because remember, Simpson does not have any timeouts. Game clock is at 2.5 to go. Play clock is now at 7. Sully takes the snap, and he's going to get it down. Oh, boy. It's going to be close. I think he may be a little short, Drew. It's going to be 4th down and maybe 0.5 yard here. Yeah. They tried a little push there, a little tush-push action, but it's going to be short.
Yeah, like I said, I think they spotted about a half of a football short.
Well, here we go, another 4th down play.
Oh.
Good night. Hope somebody's got an adult beverage down the road somewhere. We're going to need it at the end of this one. 4th down and 0.5 yard. Lamar literally has got to get maybe a couple of inches to get a first down on 4th down and a 0.5 yard, and that's being generous. At the 25.5. Sully will push it ahead, and I think there's no doubt. First down, Lamar. First down, Raiders on another tush-push action. Brought to you by David Neal's Express Pharmacy.
If my math is correct with 131, they are out of timeouts. We take a couple knees, we're on the way to the car. Is that not?
I'm thinking pretty darn close.
We can take a couple knees and let's get out of here.
All right, the clock is running here with 1:27 now. Play clock is at 25. It just started as well. Yeah. And that may end up doing it here tonight.
That's it. No, that's it. Because I just saw Jacob Land do the victory sign.
Well, I tell you what, folks. Yours truly and Mr. Rosenbaum have seen a lot of chapters of this rivalry. But this one, not shocked.
Nope.
By any stretch. Sully takes the knee there.
Holy smokes.
Probably one more will do it, and Lamar is going to hang on by a Raider fingernail here tonight and win this one 21-19.
Man, I could use a crown and dot right now.
Well, give me two. Good,
Woo.
9-11.
Man, goodness.
What a ball game. Lamar had to hang on by a fingernail. The 2-point conversion stop ends up being the difference in the football game. One more kneel down should do it as the Raiders will win their third straight here, and that will do it as Lamar is going to knock off Simpson Academy and another classic here in this rivalry as Lamar hangs on and defeats Simpson for the second straight year. Final score here tonight at Gray Cobb Field, Lamar 21 and Simpson 19. We're going to take a timeout, pay off the rest of our sponsors. We'll come back and catch our breath, and we'll have your postgame coming up in moments right here on 97 OKK.
Big Guns Professional Cleaning Services, LLC. We provide service to businesses throughout the community from a wide range of industries. At Big Guns Professional Cleaning Services, LLC, we offer an easy, affordable option to keep your business's facility clean. We're a locally owned and operated commercial cleaning service, providing complete cleaning services on a weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly basis. Plus, Big Guns Professional Cleaning Services can cater services to suit your needs and budget. We pay special attention to details to keep your business looking great. Our professional team will create a healthier environment for your office with our special vacuums that have 4-level filtration to give you incredibly clean and healthy indoor air quality. Our backpack vacuums capture up to 99% of pollen, viruses, dust mite, chemical residue, and bacteria. Leaves less dust in your working environment to collect on furniture and equipment. Also, this helps reduce the risk of respiratory infections. We offer free estimates, competitive pricing, and standards that are second to none. Let Big Guns Professional Cleaning Services, LLC go to work for you. Call William McNeil or Christine McNeil at 601-938-5595. Get a fresh start to the day. Call Big Guns Professional Cleaning Services, LLC.
Game show, and I tell you what, folks, Lamar holds on by a fingernail and then some here tonight. They found a way, somehow, some way, to win this one tonight over Simpson Academy, 21-19. The Raiders go to 5-1, 3 straight wins now for Jacob Land's squad. And I tell you what, it's hate week. Lamar wins hate week, but I tell you what, Simpson Academy, you have nothing but my utmost respect. No. They came in and battled hard here tonight.
What do you expect?
Yeah, what do you expect? I mean, a lot of folks can be frustrated, and it was a tough second half, but me and you have sat through years of these games.
I mean, listen, first of all, this was a big-time win for Lamar.
No doubt about it.
I don't care what we look like. I don't care. We beat Simpson. That's number one. We won the football game.
Yeah, you win your rivalry game.
And the bottom line is we've been doing this. I've been seeing this team for years, okay?
Yeah.
We've seen all this, okay? This ain't my first rodeo. It's not your first rodeo. Yes, obviously, second half we were a different football team. But the key to a good football team, guys, is we made the plays when everything was going wrong. Everything looked like, you know what, in the second half. We made the plays when we had to make them on that last offensive possession, and we got it done. Everything else is irrelevant.
Well, and the bottom line is, too, and I'm going to look at it from a different lens as well. You know, when you're on cruise control against Caledonia in the second half, you win that one convincingly. You win homecoming pretty convincingly last week. Maybe you needed something like this tonight. You needed a lot of things to go against you here tonight. And dadgummit, there was a lot of things that did go against Lamar tonight. The 4 turnovers, a lot of flags on the field here tonight. But you know what? When you look back at the stat sheet, which I know a lot of people look at stats and analytics and everything like that, but Drew, when you turn the ball over 4 times and the other team does it and you still win a football game,
there you go.
That shows you everything you need to know that good teams just find a way.
Right.
You find a way in the end to get it done. And I know that, you look at this win tonight from other aspects, you're going to be like, it's like kind of kissing your sister a little bit because you had a 21-0 lead. But you know what? It's a rivalry game. All bets are off. It doesn't matter if this is this record or this whatever. We've seen more bonkers games than what we saw here tonight.
Okay, Simpson came in tonight 2-2. Did you think that they were going to come in, and just, we're playing Lamar? Hell no.
Well, here's the bottom line, folks. You got to remember from a Simpson aspect here tonight. I know a lot of folks are headed to their vehicles right now listening to our post game. You got to remember something here too. This is a ball club in Simpson that came here to Lamar last year and got clocked. We clocked them last year. And I imagine that was on their mind as well. And they played very inspired football tonight and played hard. They've got some good skill guys. And here's the thing about it, young skill guys.
Oh, no question about it. And listen, that's my whole point. I mean, because Simpson, I'm telling you, they're coming. They got a lot of young guys. And when you get Simpson out, you better get them when you get them because they're not going to stay down for very long, especially when you're coached by Coach Mangum, a really quality, above-average coach. And that team, Simpson came out in the second half with a completely different football team. Yes, we looked like we coasted in the second half. It almost came back to bite us, but it didn't because we made the plays on that final drive, enough plays to seal the victory, and that's all that matters.
And the bottom line is, folks, I mean, literally you go back and look at it, 4 turnovers to 0. Penalties. There was a lot of illegal men downfield penalties, holding penalties. I mean, false starts, a lot of pre-snap stuff that you wouldn't expect to see at the halfway point. And sometimes you're going to have football games like this. I don't care what level of football you play at, NFL all the way down to Pee Wee. Some nights you're going to have a game like this, but if you find yourself on the other end of a game like this with a victory, you got to feel pretty darn good.
No question. I mean, we just didn't execute. Like Rob said, when you turn the ball over like we did, I don't care if you play Fiddlesticks Academy, you're going to find yourself in the fourth quarter with in a battle, and that's what we did tonight. But we did enough to win the football game. Now, I think this was a learning lesson to our guys that when you've got a team down, you got to step on their throat and not let up. And we almost did here tonight in the second half.
And, of course, when you look at the flip side of the coin here from a Simpson Academy standpoint, you're like, man, we shut out Lamar offensively in the second half. They had 4 turnovers, and you feel like as you make the long drive back home to Mendenhall, you're kind of like, man, we had opportunities on our end because what really beat Simpson here tonight was the small details and special teams.
Yeah.
The missed extra points, having to go for 2 there at the end to try to tie it. It's those little small details that really came back to bite Simpson here tonight in the kicking game and, of course, the 2-point conversion that Lamar defended quite well. But like I said, when you got a lot of boxes on one side, when you look at it, I've always said this when you have a game like this, Drew, if you put a stat sheet on a table and you give it to a coach and you block the score out, and you look at that, if you looked at the numbers here tonight, you would have thought Lamar lost the football game.
No question. I mean, we forget about the touchdown that Simpson had in the first half. Remember early in the ball game where they had
they got wiped off the board.
There's about a handful of plays that decides every game. That was one of them. The special teams plays, mess ups that Simpson Academy had tonight. Those were huge plays, but it went both sides. It was
That's right.
I think this was a lesson learned to our guys that, just because you got a big lead at halftime, you don't come out and coast in the second half. I think we had a couple of guys that, as a team in the second half, we were a completely different. We didn't have the right mindset in the second half.
Yeah.
And so it almost came back and bite us. It didn't. We won the football game.
Rivalry week's over. Lamar wins rivalry week, 21-19. So the Raiders have now won 3 in a row. Raiders go to 5-1. Simpson falls to a disappointing 2-3, and now you're not going to be at home for a while, folks. Lamar's going to have to be on the road for the next 3 weeks. You go to Mize next week. It's going to be a different trip for Lamar next Friday night. Then you go to Hartfield. That's not going to be a fun trip because we know how good they are. And then you got to go Starkville Academy. So we're going south, west, and north the next 3 weeks. But you know what? We got a 3-game winning streak going into this. Yeah. It'll be a tough opponent next week, a different atmosphere for this Lamar football team. And I imagine it's going to be a very interesting film study this week, along with a very interesting first couple of days of practice.
Well, I mean, it's, again, I mean, we did a lot of really good things offensively, especially in the first half. But, I mean, again, we self-inflicted our own wounds here tonight by the turnovers. If we don't have the turnovers like we did, I don't think the game's that close. But
yeah,
that's that. But it is what it is. The bottom line is that we did what we had to do to close out the game, and we did it. And that's the main thing.
All right, folks, we're going to wrap up the broadcast here tonight. Lamar wins at 21-19. Big thanks to our friends at Burns & Burns, Mattress Express by Woodstock, Will Sweat Alpha Insurance, David Neal's Express Pharmacy, Citizens National Bank, Teal Neal Animal Hospital, Snowden & Company Real Estate, the Madison Road Gallery by Woodstock, Trey Cross Agency, and East Mississippi Oral and Facial Surgery, All-Star Team Sports, Van Zyverden and Insurance Advisory Group. And before we wrap things up, we need to pick a Weidman's Player of the Game. And I'm going to give it to Tyler Brown tonight simply because he closed the dadgum football game up just by closing the thing out, running the football tonight. Of course, he did a lot of more special things on the defensive side of the ball tonight. So Tyler Brown gets your Weidman's Player of the Game. And next week, folks, we'll be on the road at Mize. That's down in Smith County, and be about a little over an hour trip down there. And 6:30 broadcast time with Jacob Land and kickoff at 7. Drew, any final words before we head into the weekend?
This was to me, I'm proud of those guys. I know it was not the second half that we wanted to see, but this was a character win, a gut check win. Call it whatever you want. But the fact of the matter is we're going home tonight with a W, and that's the only thing that matters.
Absolutely. Final score here tonight at Gray Cobb Field, Lamar 21, Simpson 19. Folks, that's going to wrap things up. Appreciate Marcus producing a fine broadcast on his end back at the station. And, folks, that's going to wrap it up here tonight at Gray Cobb Field. Be safe on the highways and byways. Hattiesburg, Starkville, Oxford. Everybody be very careful going to your favorite game tomorrow. And, of course, most importantly, choose the church of your choice on Sunday and continue to love each other in a good Christian way. Folks, that's going to wrap it up tonight. Lamar 21 and Simpson 19. As Lamar, hey, they've won back-to-back over Simpson. So
absolutely.
That's going to wrap it up on the broadcast. We'll talk to you next Friday night with more Raider football here on 97.